Good evening and welcome to the Velvet Room. Yes, we are here one more time for another playthrough of Persona 4 Arena, live and exclusive to YouTube. I am your host Wishbone for the remainder of the evening. For those of you who have never been here before, it's all about blind live Let's Plays where we give all kinds of live reactions, plenty of bad jokes and lots of banter in the chat box that way. So do get your comments in there, I'll do my best to get through them as we go. For those of you who have been here before, whether you watched all the massive plethora of Persona games I've played, all the Danganronpa I've played, maybe you were here for the more obtuse streams like Song of Memories and Doki Doki Literature Club, or maybe you were even there back in the day for Final Fantasy VII and Forza 4. Either way, a huge welcome back, because without you guys, yeah, the channel would be active, but it would not be as interactive or as reactive. So then, once more time, comments, get them in the chat box, that way we'll do what we can. And we're about to pick up where we left off, where in the story mode for Persona 4 Arena, Narukami finds herself back in the TV world in a very unusual version of Yasuo Inaba, and he's just clutched 2 fights against guests I did not see coming, to say the least. Guests from a previous universe have crossed over, so unbelievably, who knows what's coming in. In the chat box already, Queen getting in there saying hello, looking forward to more of this game. Indeed, thank you for you checking it out. Of course, for those of you who have not been here before, the Pros part is available on the archive. But enough of me, let's get going.
I wish you good luck.
Yeah, I'm going to need it, Elizabeth. No, Margaret even. I've done a map from Game Theory. I've already misidentified the Velvet Room attendants. It seems that the number of visible walls has decreased. Could this mean that the end is near? Just as I think that, I hear a familiar voice.
That's enough!
Oh, here we are. I think Labris has come back. That was Miss President's voice. It was coming from the door to the announcement room. I finally made it. Oh, really? I stopped the stream when we were at the end of the game. Typical of me to do that. I opened the door to the announcement room and rushed inside. And Avery jumping in there saying, yes, you are enjoying it too. The mashup is pretty hilarious. Persona Combat. It's more like Persona Blaze Blue. Is that kind of crossover?
You're finally here. Hello, Sensei.
Yes, check out the design for General Teddy now. We got him fully in. He's got the full M. Bison cosplay going on here, people.
Congratulations! How does it feel to have won the P1 Grand Prix?
The General smirks at me as I pass through the door. Behind him, Miss President and Rise. When the two of them see me, Miss President looks confused, while Rise's face lights up with joy, and of course Rise's face lights up with joy. Anyone who's played Persona 4 or watched the anime knows just how much she likes Narukami.
There you are, Senpai. You're late.
Also, I've got a rather special coffee tonight. I've got these things from the UK by a company called Taylor's, where it's basically ground coffee in tea bags. I rather like it. It's good. It's expensive, but it's good. I had to take course to the General, but it's signaled to the girls that everything will be alright now. The General is closer to them than I am. I can't afford to make any reckless moves just yet. And there's one more thing I need to know.
Teddy, where's Nanako?
Because of course the sister complex Kingpin of Steel is not going to have anything else on his mind. And anyone who's seen the videos of her dancing or singing the June S theme, you'll have the same priority. Absolutely. I look around the announcement room, but Nanako is nowhere to be found. The General's face distorts with an ugly glee.
Nana-chan's right here. See?
Nana-chan. That's so wrong. Slowly, the General extends the arm that was held behind him. And there was Nanako. Oh wow, she looks depressed as well. Her arms are close to her chest, and she slowly takes a few steps toward me, obviously frightened.
Nanako!
After taking a step forward, I noticed something bizarre. Yeah, it's not Nanako. The General disappeared. For a brief instant, my full attention had been focused on Nanako. The General had been standing directly behind her, but now he's gone. How can you go somewhere else that quickly, right in front of me, without me noticing it?
Big bro.
While I'm confused about the General's disappearance, Nanako weakly calls to me. Nanako's obviously been weakened by being in the TV world. She totters towards me unsteadily, looking ready to collapse at any moment. I can think about the General later. I have to save Nanako right now. As I reach out to her, Risei yells,
Senpai, no! Nanako-chan's not there!
I called it. Nanako's not here? What did she say? She's right here! Just about to say so, my hand stops. And that face is now creepy. It's normally endearing, but it isn't anymore, people. The tables have now turned. Nanako's behind it all along. Something's not right. I try to look into Nanako's face once more. And in her eyes, I saw madness.
Oh, so close! Just a little more and Sensei would have been a goner!
You bastard.
That's just gonna piss Narukami off. Using Nanako as bait is a dirty move, but it's gonna be a lot of pain. Izanagi's gonna kick your teeth down your throat, dude. I barely reacted in time to brought my sword to block the attack. The General suddenly appeared out of nowhere to attack me with his cane, and I get a good look at him as our weapons clash together. I was the judge jumping in saying, "Hi everyone, and you're glad to be here." And you heard Yukiko's laugh. You're welcome, mate. You're welcome for the horror that instills. And as you say, Queen, yes, this game is evil for making Nanako creepy. Very evil. I see the madness in his face. The same madness I've seen in Nanako's only a moment before. That's when I noticed that Nanako has disappeared. What's going on?
You've got it wrong, Senpai. It's all been him from the beginning. He can make whoever's looking at him see him as someone else.
A shapeshifter, in other words.
So he's not actually taking on other forms?
No, he's just distorting the things you see and hear.
That's right. The enemy is able to control what I see and hear. I'd realized that after all the battles I'd had today, but seeing Nanako had made me forget all that. The General laughs at this.
It's hard for me to show someone who isn't here. But you actually saw this Nanako girl? You're hopeless.
Well, that sounds like two people. It sounded like a guy and a girl fused together. Oh, yeah. Yes, oh my lord is a good reaction to Yukiko's laugh, Aristojack. You're not wrong. Just like how my friends had actually gone crazy before our fights, Nanako had never been brought into this world in the first place. The appearance before me is a fake. He destroyed our senses all to make us suffer. But just as I thought, he couldn't deceive Risei's Persona's abilities. That's why he kidnapped her, to keep her from warning us during his tournament. Now that I know that, I pushed the General's cane away and jumped back towards the girls in order to distance myself from him. Good. Now between them and the General. And they'll look straight at the one behind this bizarre situation.
Who in the world are you?
You still can't tell? Seriously, the level of intelligence around here. Fine then. Here. Get a good look.
I'd laugh if it was Metis, but it's not going to be her. Ooh, that's a creepy anime scene. I like that. So it's obviously a shadow form because it started leaking out. It's a giant black ball. That's not Orpheus. Is it? No, it's not Orpheus, but it's got a very similar design. And that's Labras, isn't it? What on the... Wait, what? Okay?
I am a shadow. The true self.
So it's Labrys' shadow. Well, that kind of makes sense. I did say Labrys would be an antagonist, and I was right.
That's my face.
I saw Meadow Limb's golden eyes in a ponytail. And a mirror image of Miss President's face, even though she was standing behind me, trembling.
How about it? You wanted to see what I am, didn't you?
I'm loving the classic music. I've not heard this music in a long time.
Why does she look like me?
Oh, don't say it. Do not fucking say it.
That's its true form. That thing is your shadow.
This is a shadow? She really came from inside me?
How many times have you warned people? Shut her up right now, Narukami. Knock her out if you have to. Rise tries to calm Miss President, but the girl shakes her head in denial and squeezes her eyes shut. While Miss President refused to look at this mechanical-looking being, I now understand what's going on. Because this is the first time I've seen a robotic girl before. All the facts match up. The way she's able to run so fast without so much as breathing heavily, even in the TV world. The sense of wrongness I'd had when Miss President asked about killing my friends. The way she avoided telling me her name. That superhuman strength when she hit Chie, and an incredible jump to get away from us. And the Shadow's ability to interfere with the senses of other people. Just as Margaret had said, all the pieces to the puzzle were laid out before me. They've all come together, and now I can see the truth. She is indeed Labrys. Labrys. Another weapon with a heart, stolen by someone unknown and thrown into the TV world, created this school and forced us to fight our friends. The deep-rooted depression regarding her past memories. All this form of the Labrys' shadow, who manipulated everything here.
Labrys, don't look away. If you don't accept her, she'll get even stronger.
Yeah, Narukami, I'm with you, but you know damn well it's not going to fucking work. Labrys only shivers when I call out to her. There has to be some reason why she believes she was the student council president. But that's just a disguise, more for herself than for us. No matter how comfortable it is, it's only there to cloud her eyes from the
I
truth.
don't know what your past was like. It must have had some painful memories. But you have us with you now. We're going to get you out of here.
Yeah, Aristide, you say it's not the first time you've seen a robot ghost you think of Aegis. Well, not going to spoil anything, but go back and watch the rest of the first part. I call out to Labrys while keeping an eye on the shadow. The shadow is the darkness of a person's heart. Unless it is accepted by the person it came from, it will never disappear for good. But with that in mind, all we can do is watch over her as she accepts this darkness within her. Not gonna work, dude. You might be a chat, but she ain't gonna listen to you. We'll have to protect her when the shadow goes berserk and tries to kill her. No, just tell her to accept it. Don't skip the fight entirely. You've seen this before. But Labrys continues to shake her head and I tremble violently. My words aren't getting through to her.
You hear that, me? Your friend is trying to tell you something. Too bad he doesn't understand at all. These clowns are so hopelessly naive.
The shadow laughs shrilly. It continues to smear more poison into Labrys' heart.
Wish you could have made them feel my pain. What it's like having to murder one another. That sadness and pain and anguish. Everything went black, and I was always left alone.
When she mentions fighting others, does that mean like the other shadow weapons other than Aegis actually had a bowl at some point? Like a Clegane bowl?
I'm a weapon. A machine made only to fight. No human can understand my suffering.
Yes, Aristide Jack. Labrys is not going to listen to you. The you puns have been done to death. The Megaton community's been doing them for 15 years.
Stop! I've had enough. I'm human. I'm not like that.
This isn't good. I settled in a fighting stance ready for anything. We have a good idea what's going to happen.
Oh, you're still clinging to that. Then take a look at what you really are.
And also, You can see the slight difference in the styles. If you notice the arms, they're on and the actual neck. It's much more like Aigis on the left, whereas obviously on the right. And what's really rather cool, if you've noticed, is that the human Labras is stood in gold, and the mechanical Labras is stood in shadow. A really simple but very subtle showcase of who's the human form and who's the shadow form. The shadow's eyes gleam with golden light. The change begins immediately. Yes, Avian. Yes. You've had your fun. Knock it off. A shimmer runs across Labras's body. Instead of the normal human girl there had been a moment ago, she has a metallic body, just like her shadow. Labras loses all composure and scratches at her arm, trying to tear away the metal that had appeared. But there was more to her change than just her arms. Her legs, waist, chest, even her head. Everything not covered by her clothing was now obviously mechanical. The reality she didn't want to face. There were no words we could say to her. No matter what we say, reality won't change. Labras falls to her knees and finally mutters the words I was dreading she'd say.
Welcome to the.
Oh, you fucking tease!
This place exists between dream and reality.
Oh, you absolute fuckers!
Now then, why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, you absolute teases! You absolute cocks! Oh, that is the biggest fuck you I've ever seen! Oh, the trolling is next level! The trolling is on a new fucking plateau, people! That is trolling 101! That's unbelievable! I wish I'd have carried the stream on. I wish I'd have finished last night. That would have been such a great way to end the stream.
And the heart is strengthened through bonds. As you form bonds by becoming involved with others, your own social links will gradually develop. The power of these social links is what will determine your persona's abilities.
Yes, thank you for that, Margaret. Cheers for that. I did notice the complete percentage in the corner, but I expected it to be a bit more like Sonic Adventure. If you do Sonic Adventure, when you finish a character's campaign, you then unlock the next character, and as you go on, eventually you unlock the final chapter of the story, and that allows you to see exactly how it all ends. I expected it to follow that formula, but no! Atlas go, fuck you! We're stopping the story here, play somebody else! In that case, people, who do you want me to play as? We've already done Narukami, so we'll leave that on behind. We can play as either Yukiko, Yosuke, Chie, Kanji, or Teddy. Who do you want to see? And as you say, Queen, yes, it's mean, but it's fucking brilliant. You're not wrong. What a troll. What a tease. You want to hear that laugh again, don't you, Arrested Jack? You want it for that reason. We've had one vote for Yukiko. What other votes are we going to get, people? And bear in mind, I'm the game master, so if it's the tie, I decide. And if you don't vote in the next minute and a half, we're going with the first vote. You have been warned, people. It's at the first bid. It's gone once. And also, that was good coffee, though. I'm happy with the coffee. We're going twice, people. This is your last chance. Or you're going to be listening to the annoying laugh for the next few parts of this stream. Oh, we're going to vote for Kanji. We now have a tie. The only thing that makes me concerned about doing Kanji's Queen is if it spoils the other three main characters. That's the only thing I'm thinking of. because his story's been unlocked, but we didn't see what happened with him. So it makes me wonder if he's going to appear in the other characters first. So I'm kind of loath to do Kanji right away. Not because I don't like him, Kanji's great. Right, okay, I'm calling it. We're going with Yukiko.
I wish you good luck.
I can't do her voice, by the way, so I'm going to read her lines native.
Oh, here.
That's Yukiko's voice.
Yuki-chan, are you okay? Do you need any help?
Huh? No, it's okay. I want to do this by myself.
Oh no. Yukiko's cooking! Red alert! Red alert! Even worse than Fuka was! Red fucking alert!
Are you sure? If you need a hand, don't hesitate to ask.
I'm trying to think how her voice sounds. I might give it a shot. I smile back at our waitress, Kasai-san, and concentrate once again on slicing the carrot on the cutting board in front of me. Why are you slicing carrots with a fucking meat cleaver? Can anyone tell me that? It's pretty tough to cut. No, a carrot is not tough to cut. Not unless it's been at the back of the fridge for 6 months, like the ones in my fridge at the moment. I'm Yukiko Amagi. I'm the only daughter at the Amagi Inn. Some people here call the inn a famous local landmark, but to be honest, the description doesn't really register with me. Honestly, I think people only see it that way because this place just happens to be a countryside town without any other standout places of interest. I mean, to be fair, Queen, yes, she can't cover shit, so that's why she's using a meat cleaver. And I've got to say, if a carrot's putting up a fight, it's getting a meat cleaver and going like that, it will work. Also, it's a good way of getting through Swede, by the way. If you're trying to slice a Swede, use a meat cleaver. Just make sure you've got a chainmail gauntlet on when you use it. I'm getting training from the Amagi Inn staff, but the food I'm cooking right now isn't to help out at the inn. Actually, my cooking is, well, not so great. There's no way anything I cook would be served at the inn. Yes, they're not that suicidal.
Good evening. This is the Evening Journal with news for May 2nd. Our top story is on the domestic airline that was hijacked yesterday.
Why is that going to be important? That's what I want to know. Momentarily turning her attention away from listening to the TV in one of the guest rooms, Kasai-san speaks to me.
Oh my, look at the time. Yuki-chan, don't push yourself too hard, okay?
Thank you.
The latter half of Golden Week starts tomorrow. Usually, I wouldn't have that time off since I'm so busy helping out at the inn during the holidays. But I've already been given permission to take tomorrow off. I've been given the time off because Yukon is coming back to spend time here in Inaba. You Narukami.
Who can? 'Cause he's the king.
He's a precious friend who transferred to Yasagami High here in Inaba last spring. And the precious friend thing can depend on how you play the game. I know a friend who has Yukiko as their best girl. No accounting for taste, but I was like, really? You raise a fair point, Ariston. That's a very fair point. May 2nd is only a few days away. That's a coincidence and a half. I've only just bloody realised that. He had to transfer back to school in the city because his parents returned from their jobs overseas. But I finally get to see him again after 2 months. Just thinking about the news puts a smile on my face. People may think I'm overreacting over just 2 months, but it still makes me happy. I mean, the year spent with Yukon was quite a special year for all of us. I'm sure that no one would believe me if I told them, but we got dragged into a serious case that occurred in this town last year, and we solved it. The one who led the team we created then, the investigation team, was Yukon. I'm glad that she put the kun there, because they'd be like you. It's like she was breaking the fourth wall, saying that you are the one who led the investigation team. And if you play Persona 4 or Persona 4 Golden, you did.
Most of us who are in the investigation team are going to meet up for his return tomorrow. I'm already excited about it. That's when an acrid burning smell stings my nose.
It didn't take long, people!
Oh, right, I was grilling the fish.
If it's burnt, it's no longer grilled, it's toasted.
I hurriedly flipped the sea bream I left on the grill. It's still good, right?
No, that expression is correct. It's not. It is not right.
Yeah, it still looks good.
No. No, it doesn't.
I think it'll be fine. Maybe.
That doesn't sound very good. That's like, honestly, Jack, the last time I played, we ended up playing the Narukami stream, and we actually didn't even finish it. That bit that introduced it was the end of his story. The first stream was 3 hours of Narukami, pretty much. So it depends how long her story goes.
When I look inside the pot, a lot of the water is gone, but the ingredients I put in there to boil look soft, so it should be okay.
Yeah, what were the ingredients?
It's probably time to turn the stove off, though. I finished the final touches, and I can finally take a breather.
I hope everyone likes this.
It's been a while since everyone in the investigation team got together, so I want to make it seem a little more like a celebration.
Oh God, Arista Jack, Jesus Christ, there's an edit I'd love to see. If someone edited her cooking and then Gordon Ramsay is like, it's fucking soft, you fucking donkey! Someone make that edit, please. I've got no video editing skills. Someone do that.
That's why I began preparing this back lunch for all of us. But it was a lot more food to prepare than I'd expected. I have a new respect for our cooks. The number of guests we get here every day is way more than the amount of people I'm cooking for. They have to make a lot more food than I just did. I grabbed the largest tiered lacquerware box we have and struggled to cram all the food into it.
They say the presentation of the food is important, but I think taste should be a cook's priority.
To be fair, she's not wrong. Taste does come over looks. I hate it when you get a dish that's really well garnished and looks lovely, and then you bite into it and it's either raw, overcooked, or rare.
The boys will eat a lot. I'm sure Chie will too. I definitely shouldn't skimp.
It's not in this case, it's not, but you're right. I could imagine that scene. It's raw! It's fucking raw! And all the other legendary memes. Yes, I have seen too many clips of those shows. I apologise for nothing.
There, all done.
Huh? An email? Who could it be from? I opened my cell and noticed a familiar name being displayed.
Oh, it's Chie. I wonder if she forgot where we're meeting up tomorrow.
Chie Nanako.
Best girl.
She's been my best friend ever since I was little.
So I suppose me and you could have something in common.
She's also a member of the investigation team. We went through many things together as a result of last year's events, and now we're even closer than before.
And unfortunately, I still can't unsee the meme of Chie as Drake Bell from Drake and Josh. I can't unsee it.
The email I received was a confirmation of our meeting place. That Chie, she must have gotten so excited over hearing that we were meeting up that she didn't bother paying attention to anything past that point. That's so Chie. But there was more to her email.
What? The Midnight Channel is on the air again.
The Midnight Channel. At midnight on a rainy night, if you look at a TV that's turned off, you'll see your soulmate. That was the urban legend that spread like wildfire in this town last year. At first, I obviously thought it was just a rumor, but I was wrong. It wasn't some superstition. There actually was something to the rumor. When we tested it out for ourselves, we really saw an image appear on the TV, even though it was turned off. But it wasn't actually your soulmate. The person that appeared on the TV was a victim. This is why the investigation team was formed. The phenomenon was closely tied to the incident that we resolved. In a nutshell, it was a series of murders. A few people died and it was all over the TV news. That alone is already a serious case, but we discovered something even more shocking about it. There was a world inside TVs. Personas and shadows. We encountered so many unbelievable things that there's no way I could explain all of it. But everyone in the investigation team desperately did their best, and we managed to take care of everything. Even the Midnight Channel was shut down. So it's pretty strange that it's on again all of a sudden. It seems Chie hasn't seen it in person yet, judging by her email. She just said, "Let's watch the Midnight Channel tonight!" I glanced out the small window in the kitchen. Today's forecast is rain. The perfect weather for checking the Midnight Channel. Or how about don't? Here's an idea! Don't! Leave it alone! Leave sleeping dogs to lie!
But that's not possible.
Words of denial tumble from my mouth. It's not that I don't believe Chie. It's just that I'm really hoping that it's not true. If the Midnight Channel is broadcasting again, are we going to see another series of murders? These worries begin gnawing away at my stomach. Standing up against my own shadow that had gone berserk and all the bonds that I formed and strengthened with everybody in the investigation team are important memories of mine. But this would be something different. Even as I send off a reply to Chie, my emotions are still running wild. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, there you are. Someone's on the phone for you, Yuki-chan.
I'm so on edge that Kasai-san speaks up, I jump a little. I feel like a fool. I'm all worked up over the mere possibility that something's going to happen again. I calm myself down and smile at Kasai-san. Though this is kinda odd.
For me? Who could it be at this hour?
He said he was Kujikawa-san's manager and he wanted to ask you something.
Kujikawa's manager? Rise Kujikawa. She's an underclassman that goes to the same high school. She's also a member of the investigation team, but she's also a famous idol and TV personality. And she's my mate's best girl. Nerdy Hound who joined me on the streams for the wrestling, he absolutely loves Rise. But then again, he also loves Haru, so there's no accounting for taste. And now all the Haru fans are going to get their axes and start coming straight for me. I better check in with best girl Hifumi to make sure I've got a battle strategy to keep them away. Rise had taken a break from her job during the case, but she'd been making preparations since this spring to get back into show business. She's been super busy recently. Oh, actually, it's a very slight segue back to Persona itself. They have another announcement for the Persona 25th anniversary. Another one of their special lives in October. Atlas, just give us the fucking games, please. Stop jerking our chain. I have no idea why her manager would be calling me, though. Kasai-san jokes that they're trying to recruit me and hands the receiver to me. She ducks back through the split curtain. This isn't helping that uneasy feeling I was having earlier. I take a deep breath and put my ear to the receiver.
Hello, this is Yukiko Amagi.
Oh, I'm sorry to call so late. My name is Inoue. I'm Rise Kujikawa's manager.
Yes, that's what I was told. How can I help you?
Well, you see, I can't reach Kujikawa. I was hoping you might know where she is.
Huh?
They don't know where Rise-chan is. Apparently she won't answer her cell and isn't at her grandmother's place, nor at her parents' home in the city. Her exhausted manager told me he was at such a loss that, out of desperation, he looked up Aorin's number and called me, since he knew that we were friends. Persona Coffee. They've not done Persona Coffee, Avium. But you can buy Persona mouthwash. Yes. Minty Fresh Joker. That's a thing. I feel really bad for the guy, but
I don't know.
the manager on the other side of the phone replies with a downcast, I see. After he apologizes for calling me out of the blue like this, he ends the phone call, but not before asking me to keep Risei's disappearance under wraps. Even setting aside work, he must be worried sick about her. At least that's what he sounded like to me. The world of showbiz is pretty tough. This must be especially rough for Inoue-san, because Risei-chan also went missing last year when she took her break, so the fact that she's done this before must have him even more nervous. However, the only reason I was able to become acquainted with her was because of what happened.
Don't tell me.
The airing of the Midnight Channel again. Risei-chan suddenly disappearing. My mind is a swirling miasma of depressing ideas and worst-case scenarios.
Yeah, avian calamari dog food, or again, Morgana kitty food. You raise a point. I'm actually surprised they've not done that.
Could Risei-chan have gotten dropped into a TV again? I know that my tendency to immediately gravitate to the worst-case possibilities is a bad habit of mine, but I just can't stop myself. I open my cell and bring up a list of most called contacts. But my finger stops when I see the name Yu Narukami on display.
No, I can't go running to him with everything. There's no proof that it's happening again anyway. I shouldn't make him worry.
There isn't any reason to be concerned about anything yet. Yu-kun will be returning here soon enough anyway. After being away for so long, I want to welcome him with joy, not with unnecessary burdens. There's a reasonable explanation for everything so far. I need to keep my wild thoughts to myself until I have some real confirmation.
Risei-chan's number is...
You say this sounds like your mind? What, the world of the TV, or what, Avian? I'm confused.
I look for Risei-chan's number on my cell, and then press the call button. 1 ring, 2 rings, 3 rings. No response. With each unheeded ring, my anxiety grows. Why isn't she picking up? Maybe she's in an area with bad reception. Or maybe she's in a dangerous situation where she can't pick up. No! I have to stop thinking like that!
Maybe I should call Yosuke-kun.
I press the button to end the call as if trying to similarly end all my worries, and I begin looking up another number. Yosuke Hanamura. He's another classmate and a member of the investigation team, and also apparently Yu-kun's partner.
Especially if the dropped ending to his social link was going to be canon. Going to the worst case scenario. It's easy to do when something's not right. It's easy to go immediately to that side of it. It's not a flaw. It's not a flaw or a flaw. It's quite natural, to be honest. In fact, I'd be more concerned if people didn't do that.
At first, I thought that Yosuke-kun was just calling himself that, but it seems like Yu-kun feels the same way now. Considering he gets along with everyone pretty well, and he's got more friends than I do, he might know something about Risei-chan. Since he's probably the best choice to go to as long as I don't have any real information, I call up Yosuke-kun on my call. This time, the call connects immediately. Yosuke must have answered his phone without even thinking about it. I feel a little relieved to speak up.
Yosuke-kun? Good evening, this is Yukiko.
What should be today?
I got an email from Chie a moment ago.
Yeah, she told me too. About the Midnight Channel coming back, right? Sheesh. Bet Chie was half asleep when she emailed you.
Hearing Yosuke-kun's cheerful voice takes a bit more of my worries away. I make sure to choose my words carefully to try and not make things sound so serious, and relay what I heard about Risei-chan from her manager.
Actually, I just received a phone call about Risei-chan disappearing. Well, not literally disappearing, but anyway, it seems her people can't get in touch with her.
Really? She didn't mention any problems she was having to you, right?
No, I think she would have told us if anything was troubling her. She was busy, but happy to be working.
Right. And now rumors of the Midnight Channel coming back.
Yeah.
I gradually tell Yosuke-kun all my fears. I promised Inoue-san that I wouldn't tell anyone, but I figured that the investigation team needs to know things like this. After all, Risei-chan has been through things with us that I'm sure she would have kept secret from her manager. After we talk about Risei-chan's disappearance, a slightly awkward silence falls upon the conversation. Has Yosuke-kun come to the same conclusion as I have? But Yosuke-kun breaks the silence after a quick moment, and he responds back in a serious yet cheerful manner.
Well, let's not get carried away. First we need to see if the Midnight Channel's really back. There's no use worrying over things we don't know are happening. It's always important to be sure first, right?
It's times like these that I once again realize that my friends on the investigation team are wonderful. Yu-kun, who is calm and decisive, Yosuke-kun, who is always a source of good cheer. And it's not just the two of them. Everyone's personalities on the team complement each other, and because of this, we're able to overcome all the inconceivable obstacles that we faced.
What have you missed, I think you meant to type there, Queen. That's a typo and a half. Yukiko essentially finding out that Risei's disappeared. And the manager of Risei asking if she knows anything. Not a lot.
You're right. Thank you, Yosuke-kun.
I thank Yosuke-kun and hang up. There's no use in getting flustered. First we need to confirm the current situation, and then think of a plan based on what we learn.
And no worries, you enjoy your game, Queen. You enjoy playing it. Let's say, the archive will be there for anyone who has to leave.
First, we need to confirm the current situation and think of a plan based on what we learn. This feels nostalgic. A smile falls on my lips as my worries subside a bit. The lessons learned from last year are helping me now. The Midnight Channel airs at midnight.
And yes, Queen, your typo was because I didn't choose kanji. I know you too well. But it wasn't my choice, technically.
The Midnight Channel airs at midnight. I've got a lot of time to kill until then. Oh, I know! I have to clean up the kitchen. I don't leave a mess for our cooks when they arrive in the morning. After I finish cleaning up after myself and take a bath, I return to my room. I look at the clock, but it's still not even close to midnight.
Still time.
I try reading a book, but nothing is sticking with me. It even feels like time is moving slower. I just want midnight to hurry up and get here.
Yes, have you noticed, by the way, that midnight seems to be quite important in 3 and 4? At midnight, we went to Tartarus and Persona 3, and at midnight, the channel airs. Coincidence? I think not.
It's all right. I'm sure things will be fine. Nothing will happen.
Do we get to see that scene again? Yeah, we do.
They are friends, yet powerful foes. The desperate fighting program amongst high school students. A new legend is about to start.
May the manliest of all men come on down!
Nobody touches his precious Nanako, the sister complex kingpin of steel, Narukami!
It's only natural.
Wage slave in the boonies by day, hero by night, Captain Ressentiment, Yosuke Hanamura!
Everything that bores me has gotta go!
A spunky dragon with deadly legs, the carnivore who's discarded womanhood, Chie Satonaka!
You need to eat more meat!
Please escort me to the ring, my prince, the unconquerable Snow Black, Yukiko Amagi!
I'll finish you in one strike!
Blooming roses and bulging muzzles, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, Kanji Tatsumi! Deep into realms of romance, the body of a child, the brain of a genius, the 2000 IQ killjoy detective, Naoto Shirogane!
Is this an army of idiots?
Fight and survive towards the one throne waiting at the end! The P1 Grand Prix where fierce fights will be fought! The battle begins tonight!
I still love how ridiculous and cheesy that is. Alright, let's go back to Narukami again. It's strange how they didn't have the silhouette of Yukiko looking at it. That's weird. Budget, I guess.
I sit in the Junest food court with my big box lunch made yesterday with a heavy heart. Until yesterday evening, my only concerns for today were cooking enough food for everyone and worrying about whether Junest would be too crowded. A lot has changed in those few hours. So instead of coming here early to reserve space for my friends, now I'm here even earlier because I'm worried about the events of last night. On a side note, Sitting here right now makes me realize there are a lot more people in this town than I ever imagined. No, there isn't. There's still nobody there. And with that many people, quite a few of them probably saw the Midnight Channel broadcast last night.
Why is this happening?
I know I'm not going to get an answer to that question, but I can't help but mutter it to myself as I sit and wait. This is the first time a group of us appeared on the Midnight Channel. Chie and some of the others were on it last time, but this was my first time seeing myself on it in person. No matter how hard I try to deny it, there's no doubt that it was me. They even gave me a ridiculous title, the Unconquerable Snow Black. What's it even supposed to mean? Everyone else got nonsensical names too, but it was no laughing matter.
Oh, it was for me. Check out the archive stream.
Cheap plug, cheap plug, cheap plug.
Actually, I can't even remember what my friends were called. The only thing that registered was that all of them were pretty awkward. I was too stunned to catch anything more than that. When Chia called me afterwards, I finally came to my senses. The situation just seems to be more serious than I had imagined earlier. Especially considering that Risei-chan isn't the only one that we haven't been able to get a hold of.
Yukiko, you're early.
Yep, you laughed as well, Avian. Absolutely. It was definitely something to laugh at.
Good morning, Chie. I couldn't stop thinking about things, so I wrapped up my shift at the inn early and came here.
Just as my thoughts were getting gloomy again, Chie's cheerful voices that had snapped me out of my funk.
Yeah, awkward's probably underplaying it somewhat, isn't it, Avian? It's way out of the territory of awkward.
All I could see my best friend Chie waving at me. Yeah, I shouldn't keep dwelling on these bad thoughts. It'll be okay. I'm sure we'll be able to handle this. I reassure myself and show Chie what I brought.
I actually made a boxed lunch for everyone. Let's eat it together later.
Wow, a boxed lunch? You made it?
Chie shares my apprehension. She's like, was that a good idea? And again, no spoilers of Persona 4, but any of you who've seen these two cook, you'll know why.
I smirk and give a wry smile at Chie's reaction.
Don't worry, I made sure to taste test it first, so it won't be like last year. I think.
I think.
Well, you've got a point. We don't want people to keep calling us poison chefs, do we?
Ooh, that does smell really good. Oh man, I can't wait to try it.
Hearing Chie's delighted voice even makes me happy. I wonder if everyone will be as excited about my food as Chie is.
Probably not. Chie is like the ultimate carnivore. Give her beefsteaks and you're friends for life. Unless you're Yosuke and you're breaking the DVDs.
Just as I'm thinking about how I bring it up to everyone, I hear a familiar, cheerful voice from behind.
Hey there, sorry I'm late. I ran into this guy at the elevator.
Good to see you guys again.
Welcome back! We missed you. The guest of honor's finally here. You're looking well.
Welcome back. Should we...
It's Yosuke-kun, and you-kun. Chie bounced off happy as she can be, but I'm a little lost in my emotions. I wonder how much you-kun knows about what happened yesterday. Yosuke-kun is the first to know it's what I'm getting at, and casually transitions into the subject.
Huh? Oh, he already knows about the Midnight Channel thing.
You say it sounds like your cooking, Avian. I mean, it can't be as bad as mine. My cooking's horrendous. And no worries, Hashtag if you gotta get some sleep, you go and get yourself off and have some nice rest, mate. Absolutely fine. And yes, next weekend, on this weekend even, have an awesome trip to Comic-Con.
He's actually the one who called me up about it.
Oh, I see. This has turned into a pretty thrown-together reunion, hasn't it? But I'm glad you came.
Yukon smiles at my words. His kind smile and calm demeanor, Yukon hasn't changed at all. I'm happy, but there's definitely a sadder side to this reunion. I wish this could just be a fun gathering with us all reuniting like normal people. My thoughts are interrupted by an exaggerated cough. It's Yosuke-kun. Apparently he was waiting for us all to sit down. After grabbing our attention, Yosuke-kun begins to speak.
Well, it sucks that we can't hang out more before jumping into another mystery, but to celebrate our partner's return, I hereby reinstate the investigation team in response to the Midnight Channel going back on the air last night.
Oh, the team is back!
I don't think the applause is necessary.
Yosuke-kun sarcastically teases us for applauding, but after glancing around at everyone, I'm sure we all felt that it was appropriate. I mean, there's no reason for any of us to turn that down. We have friends missing, and there's something causing trouble. Of course we're going to help out and get to the bottom of this. After confirming that everyone's on board, Yosuke continues on. Our reunion is now a fully fledged tactical meeting of the investigation team.
Let's get cracking. I mean, this is no laughing matter. No one's heard from Teddy, Kanji, or Rise. Just those three, right?
Yeah. Oh, I got a hold of Naoto-kun, but I didn't tell her about this stuff. She told me she couldn't make it today because of her job, so I didn't want to worry her. She seemed pretty bummed that she couldn't be here too.
That's three of our friends who are mysteriously absent. Hearing it from Chie was one thing, but talking about it in a meeting like this and not seeing faces that should be here makes it all hit home. Even though there's no need to worry about Naoto-kun, what could be so important that she can't be here?
And of course, the three who aren't there are all first years. That's not a coincidence either.
Since Naoto-kun is such a skilled detective, I'd be much more reassuring if she was here, but bringing that up to the group won't help now. I need to focus on what all of us are here to do, who are here can do.
One thing's been bothering me. The picture on the TV was very clear last night.
Yeah. Going by the pattern from last year, it wouldn't be that clear until after the victim entered the TV.
Hey, isn't this the first time a big group of people was shown together? Plus, we're still here. Why us anyway? And what's up with those insulting descriptions?
I can understand Chie's anger. From what she told me, she tried talking to some girls who were chatting about the Midnight Channel, but they ran away from her. Probably, no, definitely, because they saw the Midnight Channel. I hated hearing the whispers of scoring princess under people's breaths after the Midnight Channel aired last year, so I can emphasize with Chie's feelings. But I feel a little better about it this time. Back then I didn't see the broadcaster myself, so I didn't know what I looked like. Of course, I still hate that I was on it again, and it's still really embarrassing.
What bothers me most is Teddy. He was acting like the host of that show.
Yeah, and we can't find him.
This smells fishy. Then again, I doubt he would play a prank like this for no reason.
I guess we'll just have to go inside the TV and find out what's going on.
Yosuke has a point. In order to investigate the reappearance of the Midnight Channel, it'll be fastest to just go inside the TV. But
won't we be stuck in there without Teddy to give us an exit?
Exactly. We can enter TVs because we are Persona users, but without Teddy preparing a TV inside the TV world for us to exit through, we'd be trapped there. Yosuke can laugh proudly in response to our shared worry.
Not so. I've had Teddy keep the exit TV out on that side.
Look at you, all prepared.
I mean, think about it. What if we were half asleep and fell into a TV when Teddy wasn't over there? Isn't that a scary thought?
Like anyone would be that clumsy.
I would. And so did Narukami.
Anyway, it sounds like it's safe for us to go investigate then.
Yeah, there's no doubt that something's going on in there. Is everyone ready?
We're all good to go. To tell the truth, I had a hunch that this was going to happen.
Everyone nods at Yosuke-kun's words. Oh, I forgot to mention the food I made. What should I do? Should I bring it up after we go inside the TV? Well, we're in the middle of a serious situation now, so this is definitely not the time for a boxed lunch. I'll bring it up afterwards. We'll all eat a great meal together after the case has been solved. It'll be the perfect motivation for us to solve the case. As I work on my resolve, Chie suddenly taps my forehead.
Yukiko, it'll be alright. You don't need to scrunch up your face.
Was I doing that?
Yeah, you're gonna give yourself wrinkles.
I'll be more careful.
Don't worry, things are different from the way they were last year. We're old pros at this.
Chie knows that I'm apprehensive, so she's trying to make me smile. But she's right. I shouldn't let myself get too worked up. I smile in response to my best friend's thoughtfulness. And then we were off, following Yu-kun and Yosuke-kun.
It's a holiday, so the store's full of people.
Feel like things are picking up around town.
It's time to go.
And there's Aerie in the background, one of the social links.
You know, it's been a while since last time.
I'm a little nervous.
Whoa, wait! There are still people in this aisle!
Hey, get ready! The customers are going away!
Again.
Let's go!
Yeah!
Isn't this different from usual? Oh no! What do we do?
What can we do? We can't stop now!
Yep, time to place a bookmark. I'm going to use bookmark 2. So I don't lose the progress I've done with Narukami. Ah, so she's straight into the gym. That makes sense, actually, because of course it was in the gym when we fought her.
What happened? I was with Yukon and the others when we entered the TV as usual. And then...
where am I?
My mental fog clears immediately once the cold sensation against my chest and back kicks in. It doesn't feel like I'm hurt anywhere. I'm filled with confusion as I get up and look around, but looking around only raises further questions. The scenery looked familiar on a basic level.
Looks like an auditorium. Wait, is this our school's gym?
I know I'm in the gym at my high school. However, the details are completely different. There are mounds of chairs stacked up in weird formations everywhere, and everything feels a bit creepy. Then I notice that something even more important is amiss.
Oh, where's Chie? Yukun? Hello? Isn't anyone around?
I don't see any of them, and no one replies to my inquiries. It seems like we've gotten separated. Usually when we enter a TV together, we all end up in the same place. All of a sudden, something started gushing out. Smoke? It's white smoke, like you see on TV and movies. I take a defensive stance, preparing myself for anything. Considering I'm inside the TV, I need to be ready for anything. I feel isolated and lonely, but I'm an important member of the investigation team too.
Hello! Sorry for the wait. Greetings, boys and girls of Yasogami. The P1 Grand Prix is about to begin. There's no need for manners or courtesy or anything today, so let it all hang out. Tell us how you really feel.
Is that Rise-chan?
Rosette will be your commentator. But first, the General has a few words for you all.
Rise-chan was inside the TV too? But something about her seems odd. Despite my perplexity, the big monitor on the stage in the gym turns on when Rise-chan's voice gets the cue.
Well, you only got 2 more hours, Avi, and you plough through it as best as you can and think, long weekend coming up. At least over here in the UK, anyway. If you guys have already had yours, I'm not sorry, because I've earned it.
What appeared it was an oddly dressed...
Teddy?
You're all here now. Well then, I'm proud to announce the opening of our very own P1 Grand Prix!
P1 Grand Prix?
And being a motorsport fan, that annoys me because P1 is the prototype class in Le Mans, so we should actually be watching the Le Mans Grand Prix. And you have already had yours, Avian. Shame. Ours is this week. Short weekend is not as good as a long weekend, I agree.
Oh, that sounds familiar. I recall the program the Midnight Channel yesterday was named
Where's
that.
that chewing coming from? Was it just a sound effect? I don't see anyone here.
But ignoring that for the moment.
John, you still haven't figured out what's going on? Should I give you a special deluxe smooch to wake you up?
Ugh.
Huh?
Daddy, those clothes!
She had to do the laugh eventually, people. It had to happen.
I'm sorry, but every time I look at you, that hat, it fits you.
I saw it once already on the TV yesterday, but still can't stop laughing. I'm dying here. I've never seen a gigantic hat like that sold anywhere. Just so funny.
What's so funny? Are you sure you want to keep laughing like that?
I'm not sure I do, no, because I'm sure it's creeping my audience out, but I thought I'd give it a try anyway.
If you keep it up, you won't be able to reach your most cherished thing.
It's just that outfit. My most cherished thing.
Rawr! That's it. I'm angry now. You won't listen when I tell you things. You'll have to find out the hard way. Bring out the next opponent.
It's no use. It's still funny. I'm gonna die. My eyes are tearing up and my abs are hurting from laughing so hard. But then smoke starts pouring out again.
And here comes Yosuke.
Once the smoke clears, I can see Yosuke-kun? Seeing it finally puts an end to my laughter.
Yosuke-kun, I'm glad you're okay.
Of course I am. Now let's just hurry up and do this. I'll take this opportunity to overcome the Amagi challenge in a different way.
Huh? I don't understand what Yosuke-kun is saying. He's not making any sense.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Isn't it pretty late to be getting cold feet? You're killing the mood here. Hurry up and get ready, Yukiko. Just to be clear, I'm not gonna go easy on you.
Yosuke-kun, what's gotten into you? Don't tell me you really want to fight. Can't you see what kind of mess we're in? We really need to get our act together.
Upon hearing my words, Yosuke-kun contorts his face as if he thinks I'm being a wet blanket. Seeing the face gives me goosebumps. I've never heard Yosuke-kun make a face like that to me.
Yikes! Yep, sure enough, Miss Goody Two-Shoes ruins a moment again. You're always like that, you know? Always just going with the crowd.
Huh?
Oh, sorry, that wasn't it. I meant to say you just jump on whatever the easy way out is.
That's not true.
You said you thought things over and decided to take over the inn, but I bet you came to that conclusion the same way.
I can't come up with a response to Yosuke-kun's words. Saying I'm jumping on whatever the easy way out is? It's true that throughout last year's case, I realized that there was a part of me that just wanted to escape from everything, and despised always being seen as the only daughter from an upstanding family who ran the town's traditional inn. But I was able to finally make up my mind to succeed my family in running the inn because I was able to defeat those inner farts, thanks to Yukon and everyone else. Yosuke-kun should know that. He was there. So why?
You tried to act all high and mighty by saying you were determined, but you were just trying not to rock the boat. It's too much trouble thinking on your own, so you closed your eyes to everything. Isn't that right, Miss Goody Two-Shoes?
This isn't reality. This is the TV world. I thought that Yosuke-kun's shadow might have come out again, but what's standing before me doesn't look like a shadow. His voice and eyes are the same as usual, and even his smile is the same. It's the same Yosuke-kun, the same one who's always chatting away cheerfully in our classroom. But that's...
Now there's something you don't see every day. What are you thinking so hard about, Yosuke?
What was that supposed to mean? But it's nothing.
What? Come on, you can tell me. Here, I'll help you with whatever it is. Huh? What's this piece of paper?
Hey!
Chie smiles much faster than Yosuke-kun's shocked, erratic attempts at defense. This is...
Oh, this is for our guidance counseling.
Hey, don't look at that!
Oh, so you're having a hard time deciding on your future.
Can it? Anyway, what about you? Come on, Chie. Knowing you, it must be something incredible, right?
Yosuke-kun snatched the blank guidance counseling form back from Chie's hands and lashes out at Chie. Unfortunately for Yosuke-kun, Chie confidently answers at once.
Ha ha! Very funny. I'm all set on what I want to do.
I wonder if she's going to say it, because if she's not, I'm going to not say it, because it would be a spoiler for Persona 4.
That sounded like you meant it.
Did you think I was lying? That's pretty rude, you know. I'm totally serious about it.
Seriously? What about you then, Yukiko? Are you gonna take over the inn after all?
I nod in response to the question as the conversation shifts to me.
That's the plan. I gave it a lot of thought, but in the end, that's what I'm going with.
Does that make me the only one still undecided? It's impossible. But man, that's amazing, Yukiko. Next to Chie and her whatever pops into my head, I can tell you're set on this.
Hey, what did you just say?
That's nice. A little extra context for Persona 4.
Because I had fond memories of Yosuke-kun approving of my decision so enthusiastically, my shock right now is even greater. Is that how you really feel? That I'm just taking the easy way out?
No. It's not an easy way out.
Sure, fine. It's useless talking about it. An idiot like me wouldn't understand what a goody two-shoes like you thinks. Let's decide this with an easier way. Come, Jiraiya!
Yosuke-kun summoned his persona! A persona and a shadow are one and the same, so they cannot exist at the same time. In other words, what stands before me is definitely the real Yosuke-kun. Any possibility that this isn't Yosuke-kun has just been shut down. The words hurled at me a moment ago buried themselves even deeper in my chest. I want to talk things out with him, but it doesn't seem like Yosuke-kun is willing to listen right now. Then...
Konohana Sakuya.
I'm not just going to stand here and take this. I need to figure out how the others are doing, so I need to fight and win for now.
Well, here goes the first battle. Captain versus Snow Black is about to begin. Who will Lady Luck smile upon? I'm as curious to find out as you are, dear viewers.
Well, here's the first fight of Yukiko's campaign, and I've never played it, so I've no idea what she's going to be like. I've never played as her, so it's going to be interesting.
Finally!
Here comes Yosuke-senpai, Scion of Junis!
Here goes!
Oh, great stalemate!
Oh, crap!
Please hit! Oh, he seems to be getting a bit tired. What a one-sided battle! To the center already! Oh, an awakening! Will this turn the tables? Such overwhelming force! Who knew? Are they out of their league in this battle? How unfortunate. Better luck next time.
Yay, we got a win. We managed to actually have a fight and succeed. Awesome.
I won? I really fought and defeated Yosuke-kun. Tenny's cheerful and joyous voice reaches my ears as I stand depressed.
Now that was one relentless battle! This is what makes the Grand Prix so spectacular!
Where are these voices coming from? I search the surrounding area to find the source of the cheering. All around us are students in their uniforms. No, that's not right. These things are human-shaped, but they're definitely not humans. We're surrounded by them, and they're all cheering. That reminds me. I think these things were there when I was fighting Yosuke-kun as well. Is this some kind of special effect that Teddy is using? Or considering this the TV world, are they shadows? They're just watching and cheering, but they don't seem really hostile.
Nothing is staged or worked, folks! Yuki-chan, make sure you let your fists do the talking in the next fight, too!
The strangely dressed Teddy makes his weird announcement and the monitor turns off. Rise-chan announces a 10-minute break over the PA system. I try talking to her, but she won't answer no matter what I say. Everyone's acting so oddly. Yosuke-kun stirs and gets up.
Oh, Yosuke-kun. I'm sorry I didn't go easy on you.
Nah, I really am worthless scum. I'm sorry you have to put up with me.
Huh?
Yukiko, I understand what you wanted to say, but I need a moment. I don't think my heart can take any more right now.
Huh? Yosuke-kun is still saying things that don't make any sense. It's like we're having two entirely different conversations. And he's acting different than he was before. Yosuke-kun slaps both of his cheeks and then turns towards me.
Alright. I think my heart will be okay. Yukiko-san? Are you hurt or anything?
Huh? No, I'm fine. But Yosuke-kun, are you sure your heart's okay? You look pretty shaken up.
That ain't... I mean, that's not true. Huh?
He's still acting a bit odd, but I feel like I'm actually having a conversation with Yosuke-kun this time. I suggest that we talk about what's going on, and Yosuke-kun agrees. What exactly happened a moment ago? After some talk, we both agreed that it was strange that the world inside the TV had changed from the beautiful scenery it had when we were last here into Yasagami High. Then we discussed the change in Teddy and Rise-chan. Additionally, Chie and Yukon entered the TV with us, but neither of us have seen them. What is going on with the TV world?
Damn it, I wish we had something to go on.
I did notice that there were some shadowy people around us while we were fighting.
They don't seem hostile, but it's still eerie. Those silhouettes weren't in the TV world last time we entered it.
Yeah, they looked like students or shadows. Though they were too well behaved to be the kind of shadows we're used to. Well, if they're not going to attack us, we can leave them alone for now.
Oh, another thing. Teddy said that if I don't fight, I won't be able to reach my most cherished thing.
Most cherished? Like something that's really important to you? Oh, maybe he meant me.
I doubt that.
Damn, she was as fast as Yukari when I said it must be fate, and she just went, yeah, right.
Who knew a gentle denial could hit so hard?
But seriously, what was Teddy talking about? I didn't bring up anything important to me in this world.
Oh, could it be...
The box lunch. It's gone! I know I had it in my hands when I came here, but now it's gone. I look around frantically, but there's no trace of it.
Did I drop it somewhere?
When? Where? Did I drop it when we entered the TV?
I'm sorry, Yosuke-kun. I need to go look for it.
Huh? Look for what? Hey, Yukiko, you can't go alone. It's too dangerous.
I'm sorry about having to ignore Yosuke-kun, but I couldn't tell him what I'm looking for. I made all that food a surprise of her own after all.
Really, Yukiko? You really think that's what it's about? But you know what? This is Persona, and the way Narukami's story ended, it's probably going to be true.
If they're not surprised, it won't mean as much, and they'll enjoy it less. Yosuke is about to catch up to me as I'm exiting the gym, but then suddenly Yosuke just starts moving in midair.
Yosuke-kun, what are you doing? Is that a mime act?
No, there's some invisible wall here. What the hell? You got through, but I can't.
As Yosuke-kun makes some herky-jerky weird poses, the monitor behind him came on. What appeared was... It's Teddy! And that silly-looking hat again!
Did I forget to tell you? Only the winner can move on to the next fight. No one's getting out of this school until a champion's been crowned. Only the one who fights to the very end and comes out on top can leave.
What's up with that? What am I supposed to do then? I can't get out of here.
That's right. So, but you're stuck there, Yosuke. Now, Yuki-chan, if you want to get your cherished thing back, you know what to do.
Teddy directs a knowing smirk right at me. Did Teddy take my box lunch? If he did, that's absolutely unforgivable. To others, it may just be an ordinary box lunch. But I was proud of that food. I wanted to show everyone how much I've grown since last year and have them enjoy the fruits of all my hard work. I put my heart and emotion into making that box lunch. If all that work is taken away from me as a joke, there's no way I can just let that slide.
I'm sorry, Yosuke-kun. I have to go.
Wait, you're seriously ditching me? Yukiko! Yukiko! Is this for real? What am I supposed to do if I have to take a leak?
Do what you did last time you were in here. Just make sure no one's watching.
After exiting the gym and running around for a while, I noticed that while this place may look like Yasogami High, the building layout is completely different. Occasionally I bump into invisible walls like the one Yosuke-kun ran into, and I can't continue on the path I was taking. It doesn't look like I'll be joining up with Yukon and Chie here. I can't believe I lost my box lunch in a place like this. Where in the world could it be?
Did anyone lose something?
Huh?
That voice wasn't Teddy, or anyone else I recognized, and it also wasn't the voice of those silhouettes either. It was distinct and echoed down the halls. It's a girl's voice. When I turn around to look, I see a girl wearing a Yasogami High uniform, looking around. I don't recognize her, but I recognize the bundle she has in her hands.
Excuse me, that's mine.
You dropped this. You're a careless one, ain't you? You want to be more careful.
Huh? Oh, thank you.
She's got a serious tone to her voice and a very distinct intonation in her words. I don't remember anyone like this in our high school. I'm curious as to who she is, but there are more important things to attend to. The girl before me doesn't seem like she's going anywhere, so I'll chat with her after I check on my boxed lunch. It is a bit rude, but it should be understandable in this situation. I hurriedly begin opening the bundle.
No.
I could tell from opening the lacquer box's lid. It's totally ruined. I should have known. When I woke up beside the TV, I was splayed out on the floor after all. The box lunch obviously would have survived unless someone in the TV world happened to catch it and set it aside.
You can still eat it. Maybe.
I try to reassure myself. The flavors have gotten mixed up a bit, but it's all the same in your stomach, right? It's still good. It's still good. I can still give it to everyone. No, I can't. Even though it's still edible, there's no way I can make this look anywhere near presentable.
Yikes. That was a box lunch?
Yeah, it's all jumbled up now, so I can't give this to anyone.
Give it? Oh, were you gonna share it with your friends?
That's right.
Wow, that sounds great. You made it so you could enjoy it with everyone, huh? I'd love to do something like that myself. You gotta enjoy your youth while you can, right?
Is this girl trying to cheer me up? Even though we're such a situation, it picks my spirits just to know someone else here understands the emotional process that goes into making a boxed lunch like this. Oh, of course. Even if she didn't have any interest in boxed lunches, I'm just glad that I found someone I could actually talk to in this place.
By the way, what are you... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Yukiko Amagi. So, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm the student council president. It would be weird if I wasn't at school.
Student council president? Huh? I think I remember elections being held back in April this year. I didn't quite remember got elected, so she's the one? Wait, what? Something's not right. I mean, this is...
No, that's not what I meant. Are you, a persona user?
What? What are you talking about?
She can't use a persona, but she's here in the TV world. In other words, that means... Miss President doesn't notice my confusion and continues right on.
That wackadoo event going on right now, ain't there? They can't pull stunts like that on campus. That's why I'm looking under every rock for him, so I can shut the whole shebang down.
Excuse me. Wackadoo? Does that mean it's not good? And you're looking all around the school so you can put a stop to this tournament?
Well, that's what I said, ain't it? I can't believe they didn't run this by the student council first. Not that we ever would have approved a cockamamie event like this. Anyway, I gotta go stop this tournament. You too, you know? You're that, what was it? Snow Black?
Huh? Wait a moment. I'm not participating in it by choice.
That's a complete misunderstanding. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Miss President seems quite surprised by my words.
Is that true? Well, you do look like a serious student. I can't believe they're even roping normal students into this. You should get yourself home and leave the rest to me.
Huh? Oh, wait!
After attempting to reassure me, Miss President turns around and begins bounding off like a deer. I chase after her, but not only is she really fast, my path gets blocked by that invisible wall again when I turn a corner. I have no choice but to abandon my chase. This wall won't budge no matter how hard I push on it. What in the world is it? It feels like someone has already decided where I'm supposed to go to. Still, who could that girl be? She didn't know about personas, and she said that this place is just plain old Yasagami High. Could she be a victim that was dropped into TV? When I think about it, I feel disgusted at myself worrying more about my boxed lunch than her safety. Stupid me! Wait, if she's a victim, then why did she appear on the Midnight Channel? Usually the program comes on after a victim enters the TV. None of this thing is going to help me get real answers. I need to push forward and focus on understanding what's happening here. Next time I run across Miss President, I need to make sure I get things clarified. If she really is a victim, then I need to rescue her from this world.
Yes, fucking invisible walls. Bane of my existence and horizon.
I proceed on, although the invisible walls are constantly slowing my progress. Eventually I reach the entryway. It seems familiar, yet is also completely unfamiliar to me.
Yeah, just give you an idea of the view.
Seeing a replica of a place that I know so well, in a photo that's so different, is really creepy.
Are you looking for something, Yuki-chan? Oh, I bet you miss me so much that you're looking high and low for me.
Teddy appears on the monitor hanging from the ceiling, still wearing his strange outfit. I don't think it's funny anymore. I'm pretty angry.
Teddy, you better stop this right now or else.
Aw, are you in a bad mood? I was looking forward to you trying to score with me. But no matter how mad you get, the battles won't stop. Your fate is to fight and fight and fight to the bitter end, Yuki-chan. So you'd better make up your mind. Now bring out the next challenger.
It's either going to be Narukami or Chio.
Thick smoke pours out the same way as it did when I met Yosuke-kun. I see a faint shadow beyond the smoke. Wait. Is that a Green Mormon jacket? Don't tell me.
Yoo-hoo, Yukiko! What are you so upset for?
Chie, thank goodness you're okay. I was worried with all the strange things going on in here.
I'm so glad that she is safe. The anger and tension I was feeling moments ago all drain away. There's much I want to discuss with her. Teddy and Rise-chan's odd behavior, my poor box lunch... No, that can be left for
I
later.
found Yosuke-kun in the gym, so all that's left is to find Yu-kun and head for where Teddy is.
Right now we need to think about joining up with everyone. Just when I'm about to say how reassuring it is to have Chie with me...
I don't want to do that.
Huh? Chie?
How come I have to help? Just so you know, I'm having a blast with this P1 Grand Prix. You're always like that, Yukiko. You just assume you'll get your way.
I couldn't believe my own ears. The Chie before me is the real Chie, but it's the same as with Yosuke-kun. She's belligerent and saying offensive things. But she's nothing like a shadow. Chie, my bestest friend Chie, is saying horrible things to me.
Have you ever thought about the problem you cause for others? You may not realize, but you completely rely on us. That box lunch you brought today is a perfect example. Nobody ever said they wanted you to make them one.
No, I didn't mean it to be like that.
Is that really how things are? I'm about to dispute what she's saying, but I'm at a loss for words. I mean, I guess I do force myself on others. I do rely on others. So, I can't completely deny Chie's words. Even though I think it's not true. Maybe that's just how I want to see things. What she is saying may actually be how everyone else views me.
Woohoo! The cattiness is through the roof here. Let's get today's episode of Girls Gone Feral started.
Girls Gone Feral? Seriously?
There you go again, the same old I didn't mean crap from you. You think that excuses you from relying on other people? Yukiko, I'm serious about this. Let's settle this once and for all. Here goes Persona!
Chie takes a fighting stance after hearing Rise-chan's voice blaring from the speakers. I don't want to fight, but Chie has even summoned her persona. This whole situation doesn't make any sense, but I'm not just going to allow myself to get beaten up without making sense of this either.
Yeah, we'll place another bookmark. There's two friends, get ready to throw down. That's a great side by side.
Behold, Chie-senpai's secret kung fu style! Go! Exactly, waiting for an opportunity. One run after another. Truly ambitious assault. Either side is giving it in.
I'm fucked here, I think. Or maybe not. Here we are, there we are, we lose. Can we get an instant continue or not?
Better luck next time.
How unfortunate, better luck next time. I've been riding my luck for too long. It doesn't know that I don't know the moves. And I'm rubbish at tournament fighters anyway. Did we get an extra scene here, like a bad ending, I wonder? No? We're just getting... Oh. Really? That's actually really disappointing. That's actually really disappointing.
This place exists.
Very well.
That's actually very disappointing. You have like one round battle, and then you just get told end? Couldn't you have had some kind of alternate ending? Couldn't we have even had the classic game over screen with the scrolling text, you know what I mean? That feels cheap.
Your corner now. What a reversal! It's anyone's battle now. Will it all be over in moments? Now, will they go for the kill?
There we go. That was very much button mashy, but it worked.
Total reversal. What a miraculous victory!
Yeah, Dragon, a child could beat me at this, let alone you. Trust me, I suck at tournament fighters. I always have. I always have sucked at tournament fighters. But it's cool.
Whatever you might have said, you were going for the throat in that fight, weren't you, Yuki-chan? people turn on each other so fast is scary. Watching you made my fur stand on end.
Yes, there it is, General Bison Bear.
Oh, you were totally enjoying it.
Was it that obvious? Thanks for the ugly battle, Yuki-chan. Keep it up for the next fight, too.
You say you're a Mortal Kombat player, are you, Dragon? I've not played Mortal Kombat since probably Mortal Kombat 2, to be honest. So I'd be rubbish at that as well. I do like the old school, like 2D side-scrolling fighters, like Streets of Rage and Final Fight. And to be fair, I'm not too bad at Soul Calibur. That was the game that I was good at. I'm not bad at Dead or Alive either, but Soul Calibur was the game I liked. I might do a Dreamcast playthrough of Soul Calibur at some point. That'd be quite cool.
This may be what people call burning with rage. What's so entertaining about Chie and I fighting each other? I can't believe that Teddy would do something so amazingly cruel like this. As I'm starting to tear up, Chie regains consciousness. My heart stops for a moment, but then Chie turns towards the monitor and starts yelling at Teddy. What in the world is going on? Now she's acted totally different than she was just seconds ago.
Hey, Ted, I heard you, you know. How dare you say that? If you don't quit this nasty joke soon, you're gonna pay the next time I see you.
Blah, blah, blah! I can't hear it when sore losers talk! You've already lost, so be quiet and stay there like a good dog!
Ooh, ouch! Good dog.
What? You're really pissing me off, Ted!
Yeah, you don't piss off best girl. Don't do that.
Teddy completely ignores Chie, who's just about to jump at the monitor and kills the broadcast before Chie can get a satisfactory comeback. I have no idea what to think right now. This Chie right now is 100% the Chie that is my best friend. But she's the same Chie who was here before the fight. She's not a shadow, and I don't think she got replaced when I wasn't looking either.
Chie?
Oh, sorry, Yukiko. I think I went at you a little too hard. Wait, huh? Are you back to normal? Oh, thank goodness. I'm so sorry. It must have hurt so much.
Huh? Back to normal?
Oh, that stupid Teddy. There's no way Yukiko would say those things.
What? There's no way I would say what things? I don't remember saying anything to Chie back there that would get anyone this upset. Our conversations don't feel like they're matching up again. Something's not right.
I'm sorry too.
Huh? Oh, no, you don't have to apologize. It's Ted's fault for setting up the tournament, not yours. Actually, what is this Grand Prix thing? Teddy and Risa-chan are both acting so weird. Never mind why they do it, I don't even know how. There's no way those two could pull it off themselves.
Chie's right. This situation is too complicated to be a practical joke that Teddy and Risa-chan are playing on us. The only time a new place would be created inside the TV world is when a person gets dropped into it, right? After thinking for a moment, I decided to tell Chie about the girl I met earlier. Everything how she found my box lunch, how she hasn't realized that this world is inside a TV, and how she had not appeared on the Midnight Channel.
Really? Huh. I guess we'd better keep an eye out for her. A ponytail and a Yasugami High uniform. Okay, I can remember that.
Yep, very easy to remember. However, I just need to very quickly jump away from a computer. One moment. Yeah, temperature's dropped a bit, so I'll just chuck my heater on for a second there, people. Let's get back to work.
Hey, Yukiko. Is that your box lunch you're holding? We had a pretty intense fight back there. Is it still okay?
No.
About that.
Oh man, what a tragedy.
When I show her the ruins of the box lunch, Chie is showed as sad. Yes, it is truly a tragedy. My creation is now the embodiment of a pitiful box lunch.
You're not getting away with this, Ted. You'll learn firsthand how vicious I can be over wasted meat.
Spoken like a true carnivore, Chie.
There's actually not much meat in it.
There isn't? Anyway, let's hurry up and find him so we can get revenge for your boxed lunch.
The moment Chie yells out defiantly, the sound of familiar footsteps reaches my ears. Chie notices too, and we both turn towards the sound of the footsteps.
Come on, let's hurry! Let's go!
Ah, there's Teddy. You're going to kick his ass.
Whoa, Teddy, quit pulling!
A familiar round form with vibrant red and blue fur. That's...
Teddy? And that's...
The girl that Teddy's tugging along is definitely the girl that found my boxed lunch. The two of them don't respond to my voice, and they rush up towards the palace practice building.
What are they doing together? Don't tell me Teddy really is behind this tournament.
Yukiko, you gotta hurry after them! Wasn't the girl with Teddy the one you were telling me about?
Yeah, let's go, Chie.
I thought that she would respond with an energetic yeah, but that wasn't the case.
I can't though, that's why you gotta hurry!
Huh?
For a moment I think that she may have suddenly reverted back to the Chie that I fought.
It's that stupid Grand Prix rule! I lost, so I'm stuck here!
That's right, I totally forgot about that. Teddy said that the rules of this tournament only allow the winner to go on. In other words, even if I did find my friends, we won't be able to travel on together. So not only is Yosuke-kun stuck, but now we actually Chie behind too?
It'll be okay! Hurry or you'll lose them!
That's the Chie I know, with her typical smile. That little bit of comfortable familiarity gives me strength, and I give her a determined nod as I prepare to head out.
Alright, I'll come back for you though.
I know! I believe in you! Go get him, Yukiko!
Boasted by Chie's words, I depart. I hope there aren't any invisible walls on my way to the practice building.
But there will be. Invisible walls. Invisible walls everywhere.
Like I keep saying, you have to believe me. Why won't you understand?
When I enter the practice building, the first thing I hear is Teddy's voice, but I don't see him. I follow his voice, and it seems like it's coming from the music room.
Huh? And suddenly Yuki-chan's here!
You're... Yukiko-san.
Teddy looks at me in surprise while Miss President looks at me in wonder. I finally caught up to them. It seems that since we're not talking for a TV, we can finally have an actual conversation.
It's time you explained yourself, Teddy. Why are you doing this? And who is that girl? Did you call her into the TV? I'm very upset with you right now.
Oh, what are you talking about? The murder in your eyes is verifying!
They will never stop being painful!
Why? Why is every cutie pie I meet angry with me? What did I do? Is it because I'm Miss President's Knight?
No.
I'm at my wit's end. Murder in my eyes? Duh, doesn't he know what he's done to me? Yosuke-kun and Chie said such horrible things to me, my boxed lunch has been ruined. My feelings have been seriously hurt. Trying to play this off about him trying to be her knight might be some joke to Teddy, but if he's going to keep this up, I won't forgive him.
Hey, wait a sec. Even I think you seem kinda on edge here. There's no call to get so worked up.
I'm sorry, but this is between Teddy and me. I'm sure you understand, Teddy. I'll say it one more time. If you upset me anymore, you're going to pay.
I slowly edge towards Teddy while asserting my threat. Yosuke-kun and Chie both return to their normal selves after I fought them, so maybe Teddy will return to normal if I fight him too. I can also avenge my boxed lunch.
Oh, I get it. You're jealous.
Not design.
You've turned green with envy because I'm all lovey-dovey with Miss President.
Something snaps inside me.
Come, Konohana Sakuya.
Yuki-chan's seriousness gauge just exploded.
It was your fault.
But I'm Miss President's Knight. I can't lose. Kintoki Doji.
Teddy's summoned his persona too. Then that means... Yes, there's no choice but to fight. It's not like I was just going to let him off the hook anyway. Teddy needs to be punished.
Huh? A direct challenge against the General himself? We're joining the shocking turn of events already in progress. Now, who will win? The General or Snow Black? Let the argument be decided with fists.
I'd forgotten about Rise-chan until her joking voices amplified over the loudspeakers. But right now, punishing Teddy is top priority. I'll get revenge for my box lunch.
And all of a sudden, Yukiko has character. You fucked with her food, and she's now going to fuck you up. Chie really is a bigger influence than I thought.
Finally.
Not bad. Blast it away. You're unstoppable.
Oh, wow.
An awakening. This won't be that easy. Are they breathing easy now? Are they starting to get a little tired?
Ah, bollocks.
All right, announcement over.
So we'll skip that and we'll reload. Because it literally kicks you straight out. Well, it did last time anyway. Yeah, it just goes to end. I'm annoyed that we don't actually see a proper ending if you fail. You don't even see the scrolling game over text. If you remember when we played the Persona games before, you got the one where it was a case of like you'd see the scrolling text with like, you know, what fate is and everything else. It'd have been nice to see that, but apparently not. It feels, in terms of the controls, it feels very button mashy. I don't really know what I'm doing, which is not a good thing. See, I don't really know how I did that. I just did it.
One rush after another. This is fight of the century. Seems like an opportunity for us. Their movement seems quick as a match. This is quite a close battle. Awakening. Will this turn the tables? His stamina is low enough for an awakening.
I'm gonna lose again here. There's not much you can really do about it.
Standing. Persona's been destroyed. Oh my gosh. That one was dead on.
Oh, come on.
What a rare, close battle.
So it just doesn't feel as balanced, and again, it doesn't help that I'm not very good. So we're going to be stuck here for a while, I think, people. What I don't like is the ranged moves seem to randomly come up while they get long-range attacks and then slow. Oh, no, ignore that. That's not what I wanted to do.
This place exists.
I wish you good luck.
I'm going to carry on. Yeah, but as I said, I don't like that kind of strategy, Avian. You know, don't think press as many buttons as possible. It feels cheap when you win. I don't like it where the strategies aren't very balanced. See, I don't know why his did so much more damage compared to mine. I was down at the bottom there. I was ducking. I shouldn't have hit me. This is really getting on my nerves.
How unfortunate.
As I say, I wish I knew some moves, but I don't understand the way the game goes. So you keep on seeing me getting my ass kicked, which I don't mind. Don't get me wrong. I did say when I started the game on the last stream that I'd probably get my ass kicked, 'cause I'm terrible at these kind of games. I'm really poor at
I
them.
wish you good luck.
So it's fun to play, it's just that when the battles... Again, I also don't like the one-round format. Yeah, it's okay if you win, but it's just that if you end up on a robot, you can't come back. For sake. Let's just go full button mash.
The opponent's still standing. Down. Has the battle been decided?
I was holding up better than I thought.
Damn it! How unfortunate.
How unfortunate. Yes, how unfortunate indeed. Because I'm not changing the difficulty. I'm not doing anything cheap like that. We're just going to keep on going. We're just going to keep on going. At some point we will break through. It's just that it's like...
I wish you good luck.
I don't know if it's because of the way the game... I don't know if the game's unbalanced. I don't think it is. It's just that it's not as easy to pick up and play.
Finally.
The mysterious feat has been unleashed. Dead on. Leave these mistakes. One side has a slight lead. Will that be enough? One runs after another. True.
See, look at the range there. I don't...
Will this turn the tables?
I'm going to lose again. I've not got any moves. I've not got any moves I can use. I've literally not got any moves. It seems like your moves get struck out all the time, and I'm not sure on how the controls go. So this is just unfortunate. We're just going to have to keep on sitting through it. So I'm going to keep going. I'm not giving up.
Welcome to the Velvet.
I wish you good luck.
Again, it'd just be nice if there was actually some kind of strategy, but I'm struggling to find any moves that seem to be effective. A lot of the arc moves seem to go upwards, which is fine if you're being attacked from the air, but because of the range attacks, I've not got anything that can get close in range. I've not got any moves. Okay. Let's be really cheap. I was down underneath you and I shouldn't have got through. There we go. Fine. Just spam the A button. That is cheap. That was thoroughly undeserved. That was the cheapest victory in the world. So when I said that maybe things aren't balanced, maybe they're not. That was pretty lame.
Phew. I feel a little better now, I think.
Yeah, it took you long enough.
Teddy should go back to normal, just like Yukon and Chie.
Yosuke-kun and Chie even.
I turn towards my poor lunch and think, I've avenged you. Although a box lunch is a long-cherished desire, is to be eaten, right? It won't be fully avenged until it fills its purpose. What's inside's completely mixed up, and it looks bad, but all the flavors are mixed together too. It smelled good when we were at the food court, but right now it's smelling a little... no, quite different. But maybe that's just the result of the taste combining.
I wonder if it's still edible.
No, now's not the time for that. I've been allowing myself to get caught up thinking only about myself and worrying about the food this whole time. I need to focus on more important things, like saving Miss President.
Are you okay, Miss President? Are you hurt? Teddy didn't try anything funny, did he? Yukiko-san, you...
Miss President's voice trails off as she stares at me.
What is it? Oh, I used my persona in front of her.
I was so furious at Teddy I didn't even think before summoning my persona. From an outsider's perspective, that fight must have seemed like I was actually participating in that fighting tournament thing. How can I explain this?
I get that you were angry, but you just had a huge fight right in front of me. And after I told you to go home. What are you doing still at school? I'm the student council president, you know? You gotta leave this stuff to me.
That's not what I expected to be scolded for. Does she really not find our personas odd? Maybe she's confused because she's entered its world. But I can't save Miss President without having her trust. I can't have her disliking me or becoming suspicious of me. There's no way she'd believe me if I try to tell her that she's inside a world inside of a TV. I need to find a way to gain her trust first. I continue to choose my words carefully to make sure that I don't anger Miss President.
I'm sorry. I was just worried about you. Also, Teddy here seems to be the host of this tournament.
Oh, you thought that too? Yeah, I was fooled at first, but after talking to him, I don't think that's true anymore.
Huh? What does she mean by that? Teddy's not the host of this tournament?
I'm sorry. Can you explain?
Miss President nods and begins telling me why she's been with Teddy. At first, Miss President thought that Teddy was the host and asked him to start the tournament. However, according to Teddy, the Teddy on the TV is an imposter called the General. As she tells me this, I glance over and realize that Teddy doesn't have that funny cape or hat. Considering that it's only a hat and cape, it wouldn't take much time to change out of the costume, but this isn't good. Now I'm the one who doesn't know what I'm supposed to believe. When she sees my confusion, Miss President wakes up the unconscious Teddy and says, "It'd be quicker if you just ask him yourself."
Hey, wake up. Get a grip on yourself. Ain't you supposed to be my knight?
Whoa! A cutie pie's trying to score with me? Okie dokie! I'm puckered up and ready for your wake-up kiss!
Yeah.
Teddy, do you need me to punish you again?
Yikes! I was just joking. I'll be good.
All right, then tell me what's going on. She said that the Teddy hosting the tournament wasn't the real one. But in that case, what have you been doing all this time?
Yuki-chan, you believe me?
Of course. We're friends, aren't we? Though that does depend on what you tell me.
You don't give an inch!
I really don't want to believe him, but considering how many things seem odd inside the TV world, I need to hear what he wants to say.
Yeah, Teddy being the same as usual, Adrian. You're not wrong. Deep.
When Teddy hears my demand, he responds by pulling himself together and tells me everything that's happening until now. He noticed that something abnormal was going on in this world and came to investigate way before we figured out anything was going on. And that the fake Teddy was already here when Teddy got here. That when he arrived, he was scolded by Miss President. And now he's been fighting all this time to protect Miss President, since she can't use a persona. It doesn't seem like he's lying. I believe Teddy. Thinking back to what Chie said, no matter how much he might enjoy pranks, there's no way Teddy could have done something this complicated, and Teddy would never enjoy making all of his friends fight. The same goes for Rise-chan too. And if General Teddy is a fake, then that Rise-chan who's doing those broadcasts may be a fake too. I feel bad for ever doubting my investigation team friends.
Okay, I understand now. I'm sorry I doubted you, Teddy.
See? Did you hear that, Miss President? Yuki-chan believes me.
So she does. Alright, what the hell? I'll believe you too. Truth to tell, you're so immature that I can't see you putting this together.
Such high praise! I can tell you really trust me, Miss President.
No, Teddy, she thinks you're an idiot.
Back in a minute, people. I'm actually quite impressed that I didn't rely on that cheap strategy of throwing fans until now.
It wasn't a compliment, numbskull.
Yep. Labras is right.
Good for you, Teddy. You've been protecting Miss President all this time, right? Well, I think you did a great job.
Oh my! Praise from Yuki-chan too? I'm on a roll! This is great! So great! Keep it coming, please!
Sheesh, he always gets so carried away. But I have to say, I'm definitely happier to see this Teddy than the Teddy in that weird costume.
But then who's in the announcement room? He looks exactly like you. Some relative of yours?
Huh? There's nobody as adorable as me in this world!
The announcement room. Oh, right. This is supposed to be Yasagami High. If he's using the PA system and TVs, then he may be in the announcement room. But Miss President's question is important too. What in the world is that fake Teddy? General Teddy? The first thing that crossed my mind about it would be Teddy's shadow. But Teddy was able to use his persona a moment ago, so that can't be it. So that means someone's disguised as Teddy. Who in the world would do such a... I was thinking in circles until now, but maybe I found the answer.
Hey, this is just a thought, but if someone has made themselves look exactly like you, Teddy, couldn't it actually be Miss President's shadow?
Huh?
My shadow? What's that?
I'm not sure how to explain it, but...
I hadn't explained things to Miss President yet because I didn't want to frighten her, but I think she can probably trust me now. I need to explain the situation to her. Teddy and I both explained our understanding of the situation to Miss President. We tell her that she's been dropped inside of TV and is currently in another world. How the shadow, a side one's heart they don't want to admit, can come out of someone and materialize in this world. And finally, how there are cases when the real person is attacked by their shadow. I explained it all as plainly as I could put it, but Miss President does that confused head tilt thing again.
Yukiko-san, are you doing all right? Like, in general? You can open up to me if you want.
Oh, no,
I guess even though she trusted me, bringing up such an unbelievable story would sound like a delusion. After all, when I was dropped into this world for the first time, I didn't understand or believe what was going on either. But I can't give up. When I explain things once more to try and get her to believe me, Miss President reluctantly nods.
Come on. A world inside a TV. Shadows. Sounds like a big old fairy tale to me.
Anyway, you've gotten dragged into a pretty bad mess, so I want to help you get out of it.
Oh, that reminds me. I don't even know her name. How thoughtless of me.
I'm sorry. May I ask your name? I only know that you're the student council president.
Say, you never told me either. Please tell us your name, Miss President.
Huh? My name?
Miss President stammers and looks away. I wonder what's wrong. I didn't ask her anything odd, right?
Are you all right? I'm sure you must be confused with all that's been happening.
That's not it. What gives? I can't remember anything. Why? I'm supposed to be student council president, too.
Miss President, please, calm down. It's okay. You know what they say. Less talk, more action.
Yeah.
Teddy and I try to calm Miss President down. It seems she doesn't remember anything other than being student council president. Apparently, she was so caught up with the situation, she didn't even realize she'd forgotten about everything else.
I don't get it. Could something this bizarre really happen?
Don't worry. I bet you just can't remember now because of the shock of being dropped inside a TV. The same thing happened to me last year.
I couldn't believe that it was reality either. I think that her jumbled up memories are only natural considering how normal this situation is.
TV, huh? It's just so hard to swallow.
I'm sure you'll remember everything once we get back to the real world. Let's go look for that fake Teddy for now, okay?
When I smile at her, Miss President seems a bit more relieved and her expression softens. We have to get her out of this world. And to do that, I need to stay strong too.
A blossoming friendship between two cuties. This is great. I'm so touched. In honor of the occasion, I request that Miss President try to score with me.
Oh, shut up, Teddy.
Score? Teddy, if you continue mentioning that, I'm going to get angry again.
Oh no! Is the scoring princess becoming truly enraged?
That joke's a year old now. How many times are you gonna keep making it? Sheesh, we're going on ahead. Whoa, hey! Yukiko-san!
I take Miss President's hand and begin walking briskly. Sheesh, he still brings up that stupid joke even though it happened a long time ago. That was what my shadow said. That wasn't me. Oh wait, my shadow is how I truly feel. In any case, that's not what I'm really like. I would never try and be a scoring princess.
Wait for me! Yuki-chan! Miss President! I don't want to be left alone!
Oh.
I forgot. This tournament's rule dictates that only the winner can move on. So much has happened that I forgot I just beat Teddy in a fight. He'll be fine. Plus, knowing Teddy, he won't stop hitting on us or bringing up that scoring princess stuff. I don't want Miss President getting the wrong impression of me, so I ignore Teddy and head to the announcement room.
Oh wow, we've gone up. So we've gone from scene 7 to scene 10. That's pretty insane.
We searched everywhere for the announcement room where that fake Teddy should be, but we still can't find it. I'm starting to get tired too, so I tell Miss President we should take a break and I try opening one of the nearby classroom doors. The monitor near the ceiling isn't on, and there's no one here either. Thank goodness. We should be able to rest for a bit here. I set the box lunch on our desk and sit down with Miss President. Phew. Now that I've finally taken a seat, I suddenly realize just how exhausted I am. Come to think of it, ever since I got into the TV world, it's been non-stop running, walking around, and fighting.
Still carrying that, huh?
Carrying that? What is she talking about?
Oh, you mean the lunchbox?
Yeah. If you weren't gonna need it right away, you could have just left it with him back there.
Left the lunch with Teddy instead of carrying it around. Now that I think about it, I feel like I probably should have done that. But still, I'm hesitant to just leave it behind. Miss President's right in that we won't be needing it right away. And even besides that, the food inside is in no condition to get to anyone. But it's still filled with so many feelings. I didn't feel like I'd be able to explain all that to Miss President, so I just try and change the subject to deflect the attention away.
Say, Teddy seems to have taken a real liking to you, Miss President. I think I understand why. You're really pretty after all.
I guess my attempt to change the subject was a little too obvious. Yeah. But I couldn't think of any other topic of conversation besides Teddy that both of us could definitely relate to. If I was talking to Chie, she'd be able to expand the conversation in a much more natural way. Miss President cocks her head and speaks up.
Hey, can I ask you something? Am I good looking?
Well, audience, you tell me.
Miss President always does something I'm not expecting in these situations. I must have the exact expression on my face as Miss President did a moment ago. Miss President seems embarrassed and I'm looking at her with this expression. I guess I should answer her question now.
Yes, I think so. I bet you'd look great if you dressed up.
Wow, way to go there, me. Even I think that sounded weird. I do also think that Miss President is cute and good looking. Maybe she's never thought about such things. She doesn't seem to be wearing any makeup, and she's not wearing any accessories either. She's wearing her uniform and nothing else. Like she's a living example of the school regulations.
Really? I'm not much of an expert since I usually just wear what I need for work. But most people at school give their own little alterations to their uniforms and things like that.
Is that allowed? Don't the teachers get sore?
I'm not sure. I guess they might complain if things got too out of hand. But I wear a cardigan over my uniform all the time, and I've never received a complaint. Let's see. I wonder what kind of look would work for you.
Where's Marie when we need her?
I look into the compact mirror I have with Miss President. Then again, it's so small there isn't much I can really see. When I tried putting my cardigan onto Miss President's chest and changed her hairstyle a bit with my headband, Miss President's eyes brightened up. That was kind of cute. After Miss President shyly fixes her messed up hair and returns my cardigan and headband to me, she speaks up fondly.
I never knew I could look like that. See? Isn't it fun to give your uniform your own personal touch?
Seeing Miss President so happy makes me happy too. It seems like Miss President really didn't have any interest in her looks until now. That's a bit of a
I
waste.
never gave much thought to fashion, though. I think Chie would be better at telling which colors compliment you best.
Oh, Chie would say it's green.
Chie? Who's she? She's a great friend of mine. Chie is a natural at choosing colors and things that look great on people.
Red looks good on you, Yukiko. Chie was the one who said that to me. She's always looking after me, and sometimes I feel that she knows more about me than myself. When I go shopping with her, Chie always finds clothes for me that she's positive will look good on me, so I bet she'd be able to find clothes for Miss President in a flash.
Friend of yours? I want to meet her too. Sure, once this is over, we can all go shopping together. I'm sure there are lots of outfits that would look good on you.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll hold you to it.
I feel a little closer to Miss President now. I don't have that many friends, but it still makes me happy when I make a new one. I'm sure Chie would be surprised too. She's always exaggerating, so I bet she'd say something like, I can't believe Yukiko has to hang out with someone else besides me! I put on the cardigan that Miss President returned to me, just about to suggest that we get going. A mysterious yet familiar voice echoes within my head.
Senpai! Can anyone hear me?
That voice. Risa-chan? She's making contact through her persona, so it must be.
It's different from the voice that was being broadcast over the PA system. This feeling is definitely Risei-chan's persona. Risei-chan's persona is a bit different from ours, in that it has special abilities that allow it to sense faraway presences and deliver people's voices to others. I tell Miss President what's happening, and she seems amazed that my friend has contacted me. I then quickly turn my concentration back to the conversation with Risei-chan.
Yukiko-senpai! Thank goodness! Sorry, I was so relieved that I started tearing up. Are you alright, Yukiko-senpai?
Mm-hmm, I'm fine. What about you? Are you okay? You were doing these weird broadcasts until a moment ago, but you're back to normal now, right?
That wasn't me! A fake Teddy was saying those things in my voice. Ever since I got kidnapped, he was watching me. I didn't get any chances to use my persona. Yukiko-senpai, where are you right? Wait a sec. Are you with someone right now?
I see. Risei-chan doesn't know about Miss President. I quickly tell her about Miss President and what has happened.
Weird. Something's not right about her. I can't put my finger on it, but she's not normal.
Not normal? Well, I start thinking about what she could possibly mean by that. Risei-chan continues on.
So based on how things went last year, you think that girl's the victim and the fake Teddy's her shadow?
I don't know yet, but it's possible. Risei-chan, you say you were with the fake one all this time. Are you okay?
Oh sure, don't worry about me. The fake's gone off somewhere. That's why I was trying to contact someone.
Thank goodness. Risei-chan's safe then. It must have been so scary being held captive by the fake Teddy. That fake Teddy was using both Teddy's form and Risei-chan's voice. What reason would he have to do that? Oh, that reminds me. I should tell Risei-chan that her manager was worried about her.
Oh, this might not be worth mentioning now, but your manager called me in.
Huh? Inoue-san contacted you? Yikes. Sorry about that.
Oh no, don't be. I just thought you should know.
Oh man, how am I gonna explain this? I seriously have no excuse. I'll just have to lie and say I ran away from home for a few days. I'm gonna get in such trouble for this. Ugh. But one thing at a time. We have to deal with this situation first.
Don't worry, the others are here too. We'll rescue you in no time.
Yeah, I'm sensing them now. Cool. I'll be waiting, so hurry and come get me. Oh, but be careful.
Risei-chan answers energetically, but I know there's no way she's alright after being captured by the mastermind behind this case. I bet she's scared and worried. I have to hurry and rescue her. Risa-chan ended the communication after telling me she was going to try and contact everybody. I told her where Yosuke, Chie, and Teddy were, so hopefully she'll be able to contact them. But my objective is now clear. I have to go to the announcement room, rescue Rise-chan, and then do something about the fake Teddy. Now that the goal is in sight, I can more thoroughly focus on reaching it.
Well, that didn't look weird or nothing. Were you talking to your friend inside your head?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I bet it's hard to believe, but...
Nah, I could tell from watching you. You didn't look like you were faking it. You must really get along with him.
Huh?
I could see on your face that you didn't doubt him at all. And I'm sure they trust you right back, huh?
After thinking for a moment, I can't help but smile.
They sure do. We've been through a lot together, you see.
I feel like Miss President's acting a little off. Because I had been having a full conversation without paying any attention to her, I thought that she might be feeling like she was out of the loop. But it seems like something else is on her mind. It's like she feels awkward. No, apologetic? It's as if she's bearing something she can't say to anyone else. Am I overthinking things?
Don't worry. We're behind you, too. I'm sure you'll get through this just fine.
I reassure her and try to cheer her up, but Miss President only nods ambiguously and doesn't smile back. I want to help her, but what should I do? We walked around the school some more and finally found the announcement room. Whatever is the cause of this inside here, that realization makes me tense up. I motion towards Miss President, and after she nods back, I quickly open the door at once.
Yukiko-senpai, you came!
Huh? Only Rise-chan is inside the room. I thought that the fake Teddy would be like,
You finally made it this far! Now let me tell you my master plan!
or something like that. That's when the fake Teddy appears on all the monitors in the announcement room.
Welcome, Yuki-chan. You must know already, but this is the stage for the final battle. You brought your own strange audience with you, but I'll overlook that for now. You seem to love attention so much that I'm sure you'll do better with an audience.
The fake Teddy glances to Miss President for a moment, but seems uninterested and says nothing more about her. If fake Teddy is this girl's shadow, then I thought he would definitely start taunting her.
There's no point in pretending to be Teddy anymore. I'm not fooled. Who are you? Why are you doing this? How much longer will this awful game continue?
Is that a fourth wall break? Are you breaking the fourth wall, Yukiko?
Oh my! How rude of you to call it awful when you're the ones who wished for it!
We wished for this? What do you mean?
As I've said from the start, real men let their fists do the talking! Bring out the next challenger!
I'm guessing it's going to be Narukami.
Just like before, smoke pours out. I still can't tell whose silhouette it is through the white smoke, but I have a pretty good idea of who it is. The fake Teddy said a moment ago that this is the final battle. Since I fought Yosuke-kun, Chie, and Teddy, there's only one person left.
I had a feeling it would be you.
That makes things easier then. Let's get started, Yukiko.
That's right. It's you-kun.
If it's at all possible, I don't want to fight. Can we not do this?
What a question. You've been fighting against your friends this whole time, haven't you?
That's true, but...
I don't want to fight, huh? You always just wait for things to happen. You can't do anything until someone makes the choice for you. You haven't changed at all. Just like last year. You're still waiting for someone to come and rescue you.
I haven't changed at all?
Yukun's words make my heart ache. And what comes back in my mind are the words that my shadow said to me when I was first dropped into this world. Those words mingle with Yukun's and reopen my past wounds. The me that wanted to go somewhere, but was too weak-willed to do anything on my own, and thus yearned after a prince to take me away. The me that didn't have enough courage to even consider breaking the cage surrounding me, and just became more and more fretful. I thought that I had faced down those fears and I had changed. I did my best to improve my cooking, a skill I was bad at, as part of that process. That's why I made this boxed lunch. But after hearing Yukon say those things, the feelings I was cultivating are mowed down, and my confidence is staggered. Have I not actually changed at all?
That's not true. I'm trying to the best of my abilities.
Enough with the weasel words. I'm sick of your excuses.
I have no intention of listening to anything you have to say. Yukon draws his sword to emphasize his feeling. Because Fate Teddy's rules are still in effect, if I want to save anyone, then I must fight. I have to steel myself. If I don't fight and win, I won't be able to protect Miss President and the others.
Listen, both of you, something ain't right. Yukiko-san, are you really gonna fight him?
I'm sorry. I know you want to stop this. But this is my only choice right now. Please, stand back, Miss President.
Upon hearing my words, Risei-chan leads Miss President a safe distance away from the upcoming fight. It'll be alright. I've been able to pull through so far,
Thanks to continues.
I just need to concentrate on the battle before me. Otherwise, I won't be able to win against Yukon.
So that was scene 10, it's now at scene 11. Okay.
Finally!
The legendary lady girl Inaba! I said that! Looks like they're finally on a roll! Defense has been shattered! They're completely on the offensive!
I'm liking the remix version of Reach Out to the Truth that's playing at the moment. I feel very dirty for that fight. I feel incredibly dirty. I feel dirty. That is one of the cheapest battles I've ever had. That was cheap.
I really just beat up Yukon. He finally came to visit us after all this time, and we ended up fighting? How did this happen? The same with Yosuke-kun, Chie, and Teddy too. That reminds me, everyone said the same things to me before I fought with them. Maybe I really haven't changed at all.
You're pretty strong, Yukiko.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you hurt anywhere? I ended up fighting you anyway.
I try to excuse myself to Yukon, who's just gotten back to his feet. Yukon looks puzzled.
I knew something wasn't right. You've done a complete 180 from how you were a moment ago.
I was just thinking the same thing about you.
If you doofs don't mind me butting in, something wasn't right with either of you. It was like neither of you could hear what you was saying. The way you answered each other didn't make no sense.
We didn't hear what each other was saying? Huh? It was like this after each of my fights. After we finished fighting, it seemed like our conversations before the fight weren't matching up at all. I didn't have time to check, and I was also scared to confirm this. But what if what we were hearing about each other wasn't actually what we were saying at all?
I see. Is that the fake Teddy at work too?
You think he's doing it on purpose to make friends fight each other? That's crazy. Why? How could anyone do something so horrible as making someone fight their friends?
Miss President is disgusted by the situation. It almost seems as if she was the one who forced us to fight against all her friends. She must be a very kind person. I feel as if she was becoming very angry for me. I tell her not to let the situation bother her and calm her down. And then, I introduce her formally to Risei-chan and Yukon. I explain how I met her in this world and how she can't remember anything, and how she may be the victim at the heart of this case. Upon hearing my theory, Yuku nods and falls deep in thought.
I see. That's strange, though. The Shadow's main objective is to take the place of the real person. If he really is her shadow, that fake Teddy hasn't seemed interested in her at all.
Yeah, you're right. He completely ignored Miss President a moment ago, too.
You still haven't figured it out? I made sure to spell it out for you from the start, too.
A voice suddenly echoes through the room. I feel as if I've heard it somewhere before. But it's a voice that I really don't want to remember.
Who's there? Where are you?
You haven't found what you cherish, have you? What you truly desire.
The voice's owner slowly reveals herself. That figure was the one thing I didn't want to see.
Yep, somehow Yukiko's shadow is back. I said on the last stream that we might be some way to bring the shadows back, and it looks like I might be right.
I faced her once in the past, but now that I have to face her again, I'm scared.
Yukiko-senpai's shadow? This can't be.
That's right. The one that appeared before everyone was myself. My own face mocking me.
Everything's peaceful, no one will help me. I'm suffering now, yet no one notices. I'm beside myself because I can't tell if I'm making any real progress. Isn't that right, me?
I can't believe this. Why? I mean, I've already defeated my own shadow and attained a persona. There's no way she could be before me again.
Then I noticed something. If I stir up more trouble, everyone will worry. I'm sure. No, I know for a fact that my real prince will come save me this time.
Let's say my idea is that basically somehow, if it's a way to make people break the link between their personas and bring their shadows back somehow, that's what I'm thinking this is.
My shadow smiled wide as she stares at me. I couldn't face that gaze, and my eyes wandered across the ground. My box lunch slowly came into my field of view. My shadow seems to have realized what I was glancing at, and she intensifies her verbal assault.
I mean, take that boxed lunch. I said that I made it for everyone, but I'm not at all confident about it. I could have given it to him, but I didn't. I was so scared inside that I couldn't. Yet I can't throw it away either. That boxed lunch is just like me. I did my best, but I don't know whether or not it came out good. Just like poor, pitiful me.
That's not true! Come, Konohana Sakuya!
Huh?
I can't summon my persona. Nothing happens. It's as if I'd never had the power to begin with. No. Why? How can this be?
No! This isn't happening!
I look so pitiful. Did you think that just because you gained your persona that your shadow would never appear again? Did you think you'd never meet me again after you accepted yourself? Sorry, but no one ever really lets go of their weaknesses. I'll always be with you.
Has my persona really turned back into a shadow? Was all the progress I thought I made only in my mind? Have I really not changed at all? The words cast at me fresh wounds earlier into my heart.
You tried to act all high and mighty by saying you were determined, but you were just trying not to rock the boat. It's too much trouble thinking on your own, so you closed your eyes to everything. Isn't that right, Miss Goody Two-Shoes?
Have you ever thought about the problem you cause for others? You may not realize, but you completely rely on us. That box lunch you brought today is a perfect example. Nobody ever said they wanted you to make them one.
You always just wait for things to happen. You can't do anything until someone makes the choice for you. You haven't changed at all. Just like last year, you're still waiting for someone to come and rescue you.
The me that gave up thinking of myself. The me that ignores the feelings of others and is only thinking about myself. The me that can't do anything on my own. The me that pretended to have grown, but in reality hasn't changed at all. My weakness has caused this case, and dragged everyone into it? The shadow continues the verbal barrage as I stand trembling.
I've always been by your side. You were just tuning me out for a while. Isn't that true? Poor, pitiful me.
Please, stop! I catch myself covering my face in my hands. I don't want to see or hear her anymore. I'm scared. Yukon and the others are getting a full view of my pitiful self. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I can't even stand.
Please, stop!
Have I not changed at all since back then? Did I actually know that deep down I was just trying to ignore it? Please, no more! I just want to let go. I want to let go of everything.
Yukiko-san!
Yukiko! Don't let it fool you!
He's right, Yukiko-senpai. Look up at us.
What am I doing? Why was I so frightened? Yukon, Risei-chan, Miss President, I can hear all their reassuring voices too. I'm not alone. No matter how pitiful I am or how painful things are, I have great friends who aren't embarrassed of me. They accept me as who I am, will fight alongside me. Reassuring voices pull me out of the darkness. I slowly open my eyes. Before me, I see Yukon's back. He stepped in between the shadow and I to try to protect me. Risei-chan is holding my body up.
Don't give in. You overcame your weakness back then, didn't you? We all know you did. We were there.
Yeah, you're not running away from anything. Not last time and not this time either. You came to rescue me just like you said. This is the second time you've done that. You're not weak at all.
You're both right. I can face myself. I could do this.
Please, let me do this.
Yukon and I exchange glances. When he sees me nod with determination, Yukon's expression softens and he stands aside. He believes in me. His trust makes me so happy right now. Thank you, Yukon.
Look after Miss President and Risei-chan.
Of course.
I get back to my feet and stand firmly. I fix my gaze upon the smirking shadow in front of me. If it was my weakness that caused this case, then I'll bring an end to this case myself.
They'll never let go of their weaknesses. You're probably right about that. That's why I must continue fighting against mine. And I can do it because I know I'm not alone.
Yes. Now I can take a step towards that goal.
Yukiko-san, can you really beat her?
Miss President's voice. Yeah, I'm surprised too. If not for everyone, I'd have never even realized I possessed such inner strength. I take a deep breath. I won't look away again.
You say you're my weakness? Then no matter how many times you come back, I will continue to stand up against you. Now, come.
This time, I feel the strength flowing through me, and my persona, Kanahane Sakiya, appears. The shadow contorts her face in pure hatred from seeing me, standing up against her.
Why? Why aren't you despairing? I was so close too.
So it looks like we're going to have what's known in fighting games as the mirror match. And I've always hated them. Because the computer always seems to know the character's moveset way better than you. I'm guessing, shed yellow eyes, does that mean you can unlock the shadow form? That'd be interesting. That's annoyed the computer. The computer's gone. I'm not having this anymore. But it wasn't enough. Cheap wins the day, people. Yeah, we don't give it to spare. Hope goes forward.
With my final strike, the shadow stops moving. I won. I defeated her again.
You did it, Yukiko.
Thanks.
I truly feel horrible that my weakness was what caused this case. I'm sure that everyone will still accept me though. And this time, I know for sure that I'm not just pretending that I will overcome my weakness. I'll be alright now. Even if I go astray again, I'll be able to stand against it.
Huh? Senpai, be careful! Something's not right with the shadow!
We all turn towards Risei-chan, and simultaneously all the lights in the announcement room turn off. What happened?
They repeatedly suffered the pain of fighting their friends, but they still didn't lose heart.
A voice echoes in the darkness. An ominous voice that makes me feel like insects are crawling all over my skin.
Yes, there's an image. Suck that one in, people. Insects crawling over your skin.
But still, this voice is somehow familiar.
No one can understand you after all. What a shame.
The lights come back on, and the one standing before me was the fake Teddy? But why? Just a moment ago, I was positive my shadow was there.
What are you talking about?
The fake Teddy looks straight at Miss President and is addressing her. The air about him and even his voice are completely different now.
Who are you? I thought you were my shadow.
No, that's not true, Senpai. I couldn't tell until now, but the one this thing's based on is Miss President.
So Yukiko's theory was right.
What are you talking about, Risei-chan? That's impossible! I mean, just a moment ago I
thought something was odd. Yukiko used her persona in the fight. Personas and shadows are one and the same. It's impossible for both to exist at once.
Not true. Anyone who's played anyone who's either played Persona 5 or watched my playthrough of it knows there's an exception to that rule.
Yukon is right. How could I have forgotten that? The power of personas can only be obtained by accepting one's shadow. The reason I'm able to use my persona is because I already faced my shadow. But I was fighting that thing with my persona. It couldn't possibly be my shadow.
Plus, we've never seen a shadow take on someone else's appearance. Maybe that's why your conversations with each other got all jumbled up.
Either way, this isn't like last year.
Hey, would you stop treating me like I'm some kind of freak? This wasn't my power originally. It's hers.
Her power? What's that supposed to mean? Miss President cradles her head and denies the shadow's words.
No! I'm not like that! Why so desperate all of a sudden? It's about time you remember. Stop deluding yourself!
So it's this very same scene, so we're about to get it to be continued, I think. So I think it's really kind of cool where they've gone for like an Orpheus style design, you know, with the joints and the legs and everything else. That design reminds me a lot of Orpheus. And that axe is metal as fuck.
I am a shadow. The true self.
That's my face.
No. The fake Teddy turned into a form that looks exactly like Miss President. So, it is Miss President's shadow? A shadow that could change forms is completely unheard of. I still can't believe it, despite all the evidence pointing to it.
I think that's its real appearance. Look at it next to Miss President over there.
I try to compare them, as Risei-chan says, but Miss President is trembling uncontrollably and trying to hide. Still, the shadow's face is pretty much identical to what I know of Miss President. Although, the Shadow's body is covered with all kinds of metallic parts. And she looks like some kind of robot. The real Miss President is acting like I was. She shut her eyes tight and is shaking her head.
I'm not deceiving myself. I don't know you. Huh. You're still trying to look away? Then how else do you explain me? The power to scramble other people's senses? Those people there must be aware of it. Ask yourself, why do I have such powers? Because you, the real one, have them too.
The power to scramble other people's senses? I get it now. That's why everyone wasn't making any sense when we fought.
I see. If I had lost my mind during those matches, I should have realized it. But I never did. Neither did the others. So we didn't really lose our minds. We just seemed that way to the other person. Which means no matter what the other person really said or did, we perceive it as being something completely different.
So that was the reason why everyone's attitudes and conversations didn't match up after the fight was over. We were both hearing things that neither of us said. But why does the Shadow keep saying that the power is Miss President's own power? What could that possibly mean?
Is that Miss President's persona ability? Or is it something else?
That's a pretty good guess. But it's wrong. I was born with this ability. More like a weapon, designed for infiltration.
Infiltration? Weapon? That doesn't make any sense at all. What are you talking about?
No! No! I don't want to remember! You don't? Hey, fine with me. Then you can die as you are.
The Shadow branches the giant axe in her hand and comes charging at Miss President. Miss President is still trembling and doesn't seem like she can move. No! My body moved faster than I could think. I reflexively slammed my body in between the Shadow and Miss President.
Yukiko!
The moment I embraced Miss President to shield her from the Shadow's attacks, I hear the ping of metal striking metal.
Senpai! Senpai, hang in there!
You can stop the axe with his sword to protect me and Miss President, but the power of the Shadow's attack knocks him away. I'm scared, but I can't back down now. Yukon gave his all to protect us, so now it's my turn. The Shadow glares at me in disgust, as it sees me refusing to move from Miss President.
Why are you protecting her? You've had your turn already. Get out of my way. The only one I have business with is me over there.
The Shadow branches the giant axe at us once again with pure rage. This Shadow's strong, but I can't run away. The moment I was about to summon my persona, the presence behind me moved.
Eliminating Shadow. No way!
Huh? I have absolutely no idea what happened. I hear sounds of machinery wheeling. It's not from the Shadow. It's coming from Miss President.
Target confirmed to be a Shadow. 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon Labris, initiating elimination process.
What in the world is Miss President?
And yep, there is the to be continued point. And now we've got... Oh wow, so there's more stories.
This place exists between dream and reality.
We now have Naoto's, Mitsuru's, Akihiko and Aiga. So Mitsuru and Akihiko are in this game as well. Wow, that's awesome. So we now have a full deck, people. And as I've just noticed, underneath their, underneath the cards, you can actually see the P1 complete symbol. So essentially, we've got to keep on going with it. And having completed 2 stories tonight, the trolls that Atlas are, we're going to pick this up another time. But it's not going to be on Sunday, because on Sunday we are going back to Dunwall. I'm going to try and advance further in Dishonored.
Power to control one's own heart.
We've seen how much that's been a train wreck. And it's a train wreck that's going to keep on going. But we're going to do our best to get through there. And we'll pick up P4 Arena in the midweek. Well, for now, we faced ourselves twice. And there's more to come. Thank you all very, very much for watching. And good night.